episode is brought to you by the good folks at Bevel. Let me tell you something. I said it before and I'll say it again. Bevel's products are cutting edge. Their buzzer is official. Let me tell you something. Their buzzer, whenever I go on the Instagram page and go to Bevel, they're using the lineups, the shape ups. Man, let me tell you something. That buzzer, not only because Nas is a brand ambassador, but that buzzer is official. And the razor, I'm telling you, smooth, clean. Listen, you want a discount, you want to check out what they got going on, going over to getbevel.com/Pete. Check out what they got going on. Get yourself a discount. Trust me, best grooming products out there. I mean, they're in Target. Every time I go to Target, only like 1 or 2 items left. Listen, they ain't playing around. Go to getbevel.com/Pete. Get yourself a discount. Check out what they got going on. What you waiting for? Head over there. This episode is also sponsored by the good folks at UN Athletics. Let me tell you something. Me and the UN brand got together, and I said, listen, I want to get a discount for the people. At checkout, put in Pete10. Get yourself 10% off and free shipping on your order. Let me tell you, they're coming out with dope shit. They're coming out with that Anthony Mason tribute shoe that all the proceeds are going to his family. That 2 Chainz shoe, they got 2 of them. The most recent one, super fire. Our boy Mikey Likes It Ice Cream got his own collab coming out. That blue is looking, that suede blue is the most expensive premium suede that Ewan has ever used in the history of Ewan sneakers. Let me tell you something. I fucks with Ewan, and they fucks with us. So go to ewanathletics.com, put in Pete10 at checkout, get yourself 10% off and free shipping. Forget about it. Internets, welcome back to another episode of the show. Let me tell you something. I'm excited for the show that you're about to hear. And I'll tell you one thing. I do want to address something, though. Me and Miss Listen Knows parted ways, and I really want to thank her for her contributions throughout the year. When I tapped her to be the co-host, I knew that she would be everything that she was. And I wish her the best. She's a star, and I know she'll shine. And, but the show continues to go on, and it never stops. And in the words of my brother Dallas Penn, it never stops. So listen, this episode right here is with the one and only Memphis Bleek. Let me tell you something. I was so excited to get Bleek on the show. We spoke about so many things, from everything from fatherhood just to Jay-Z stories. What I really liked is when he starts going into everyone he really fucks with and loves and cares and was inspired by. It was a real dope episode. I feel like Bleek is an amazing storyteller. It was taped a couple of weeks ago, so you may hear like Summer Jams this weekend. No, it's not. Summer Jam already passed. But it's a real dope. I think that anybody knows when Bleek is on an episode, he's got those crazy rock stories, and he's just a great storyteller. So listen, enjoy. I want you to subscribe to the show. Rate, tell a friend to tell a friend. Leave comments. Make sure you continue to leave comments and check in. Let us know where you're from. I love when people check in. At Premium Pete, at the Premium Pete Show. Listen, tell a friend to tell a friend. Now let's get to the show. Chi-chi.
Come on, everybody get set, let's go. It's the next episode. It's the Premium Pete Show. News, interviews, all of the info. Listen up, it's the Premium Pete Show. If you want the scoop in the low, down low, listen to the show, cause Milk said so. Fuck what you heard, better act like you know. It's the Premium Pete Show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Premium Pete Show. Listen, I'm excited about this one. But then again, I feel like I say that shit every week. That you're excited, so I don't want to like make believe like I'm excited, then I'd say I'm not excited. But listen, when Brooklyn's in the house and somebody that you just grew up like at the same time really appreciating how much they rep for Brooklyn and what they contributed. Listen, how many names do you go by? Bleek?
I got
M-Easy?
M-Extra.
M-Extra? Memphis Bleek?
Blizzle.
Greasy? Never young. Never young. You never put young in front of the name.
Yeah, it was young. It was Young Easy at first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But nah, I got out the young stage. It was too many youngs back then, so I ain't wanna,
Shit, I would like to see if somebody put old in front of that shit.
Hell no, nobody ain't gonna never come on and be like old MC. Hell no.
Listen, Memphis Bleek is in the house. Memphis, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming and
anytime, my G. Anytime.
Yeah. Listen, right off the bat, you're a Brooklyn dude. I'm a Brooklyn dude.
Yeah.
I can never go outside of Brooklyn without them telling me I have a New York accent or Brooklyn accent. Right?
Definitely, but their ladies love it.
Exactly.
They love it.
I never even knew it was an accent. I never even knew. Like, I always thought an accent was something like a Dominican or Spanish or a London or a Chinese or
That's
whatever.
Right.
I never knew that I had an accent. Anyway, to make a long story short, both of us now live in Jersey.
That's right.
And so we traded in the bodega for Wawa,
And it's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad, man. Because I miss my now laters, little shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your your big blow gums. Like,
do I pause the big blow gums, or we don't pause no more?
I don't pause no more.
Really?
We grown. We don't play that no more.
Really?
Like, because what I feel like once we started having kids, it's like how you pause the ball. You tell your son, get the ball, pause. Like, you can't pause with your kid, like, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean, but some shit is so wild when you sometimes you be saying shit not even realizing how wild it sounds.
Sometimes, but we just been over it. We don't.
But you grew up in the era of where pausing. Now, who was the biggest out of everybody in rock? Was it Dame that was the biggest pauser?
Dame ain't play. He had the AO button, like AO everything.
Yeah.
Dame ain't play. Even if you wore something that was paused, he paused you. Like Dame ain't play with the pause button. So he was the biggest pauser. Like he was hitting everybody with it. All of them though. Him, Hove, Biggs, all of them was on that shit hard.
You know, I heard in another episode, like, it was funny, because maybe it was Tax's episode. No, I'm not sure. But shouts to Tax, definitely. We'll get into that. We'll talk about him shortly. But you know, you were so young when you came in the game, and you think about it, because I remember you saying that you had a girl. You tell the story about that. You had a girl. You were young, and you were like, yo. You went to like the crew and like, yo, I need money for a cab or a hotel. She was gonna fuck. Mm-hmm. And I think Biggs grabbed her and took her and
that was my first road trip.
Okay, so
like,
that was like a initiation.
Not really. It was like,
so that was fucked up. You didn't get upset?
Yeah, hell yeah. You kidding me? I was sick, because it was like, it's like the third day on the road. Everybody taking a chick from the club and going back to the room. This is when I first realized these bitches will do anything for a nigga rolling. Like, and that's just real talk. That's why my theory is, if you have a daughter, better spoil her, because some other nigga will.
Yeah. It's scary, I'll tell you.
Straight up.
It's scary having, but go ahead, so what are you saying?
But listen, it's like, everybody taking chicks from the club going back to the room. I'm 14, 15 years old. Like, the fuck is they telling these bitches to get them to go back? These bitches might think I'm a killer. I'm inviting you back to my room. You don't even know me. So we get somewhere and, I meet a chick and she asks me, yo, where you staying at? Looking at shorty like, oh, we staying over here. You coming through? She like, yeah, we gonna kick it after the club. So me, I'm super excited. Like, through the roof. I got one. It's like when you first go fishing and that line starts shaking. Like, I got one. So, of course, I go tell the OGs. Biggs hit me with the, let me see what she look like. Let me see where she at. You probably got something doo-doo or something whack. Of course, I point the bitch out to him. He took her. And that was it.
And see, that's one thing I do, like, we think back then, through your journey, and now. Like, that's one thing I really respect about you, because and I got to hear some of your thoughts on this, because it could probably help me or other people. You a real dude. Always kept it 100.
Definitely.
I mean, people, even like I was speaking with Clark Kent before I even got on this episode, and he was like, yo, I really admire Bleek. Like, I got a lot of respect for him. And I was like, yo, you got, like, because Clark is a very honest person.
Definitely,
and so are you.
Definitely.
Somebody that keeps it very honest. So you think about it, right? This industry could make a Brooklyn dude, like, tight. Like, meaning, like, yo, what the fuck you trying to play me for? Not saying I'm just speaking how
we judge and how we go about shit. But of course, it's been situations like that. But you got to remember, I did business with my family.
Yeah,
this is my family, so it's never a day where I look at Jay like, damn, he trying to play me.
Yeah.
And he never put me in a situation where anybody could play me.
Yeah.
That's the luxury of doing business with the big homie. So that's A1 there. But I'm just a person who live in his reality. A lot of these people escape reality with the industry. Remember, these people are they living in the industry as somebody they wanted to be in their neighborhood. So when they get the record and then you get the people listening to you, it's easy to walk around, I'm the thug on the block. I'm the biggest shit. Why? Because you could get security now. You got 45 niggas want to roll with you. But before the record, before the security, before that, you just was a chump sitting in your crib, looking out the window, watching the action go down. Mind you, I participated in the action. So I didn't have to get into the industry and be something that I wasn't. I was always who I was.
Sure, just being who you were.
So I live in reality. And like I said, a lot of people don't love reality because reality hurt. Like to be the nigga and then wake up and be like, damn, I ain't that nigga. I remember days I could go to the mall and just shop for bitches. Now I go to the mall, I barely could find a pair of sneakers I like. You feel me? And some people can't face that.
Yeah.
And I can. It's cool. I laugh at it.
Yeah. You speak about saying that, even like when you talk about Jay and you say like, we all good there. But you're an honest dude. And I'm sure sometimes you had some differences. Like, is it hard for you to ever like say like, because I'll give you an example. For me, like sometimes if something bothers me, I just say how I feel to whoever it is. And not disrespectful, but I just want to tell them. In these day and age, sometimes throughout time, people don't want to be bothered with that. Like, listen, man, you got a problem with everything, or sometimes you speak on the real shit, but people just think you're complaining, but you're really pointing out real shit.
Yeah, see, but the thing is, that's why I love the structure of Rockefeller and Roc Nation, and we building Warehouse Music Group the same way. It's like me and Jay was always homies, so we never discussed business. We discussed records, we discussed music, but when it came down to contracts, percentages, splits, agreements, that was handled amongst managers and attorneys. We didn't talk about that because it's like, I don't want to hear you robbing me, and you ain't going to tell me you robbing me. So at the end of the day, let's let the peoples come together and let's come to a mutual agreement. Let them handle that. While we just over here pop bottles and chill. We make the records.
But you were always happy with that, because that's one thing I will say about you. And I don't think people like you exist. I consider myself the same type of cloth, loyal. And I feel like there's very few loyal people in this world anymore. I feel like once we get past this generation that I'm talking about, you're not going to get people that are loyal like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like people in Rockefeller didn't do a lot for you too.
No, but everybody did. And I think loyalty now, man, is just, people don't want to be number 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody want to be number 1. In lamest terms, everybody want to be the chief. Nobody want to be the Indian. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way you broke that down for the Spanish-speaking people. Just put an SAP button, press the SAP button.
Word, that's really what it is. Like, a lot of these dudes out here, everybody want to be number 1. And I always knew, to catch up the whole, man, Jesus himself got to come down and touch this pen. Are you kidding me? This nigga is killing shit. And to even listen to like the joints he do with Joe, the remixes he got out, he still got bars. Yeah. And it's like,
well, people are still looking for him. It's crazy that he's still, keep in mind, hip-hop is a young man's game. And the reason why I say that for, you correct me if you're wrong, the reason why I say that for is because people who listen, not me, but the younger people, they'll look at, Memphis Bleek, what's he doing now? He ain't relevant no more.
That's right.
But they don't say that in country. They don't say that about Kenny Rogers. They let that motherfucker tour until he's blue in the face.
That's right.
That motherfucker look like he's going to die on stage.
And they will perform the ceremony right there.
Yeah.
Cremate him and everything right there. Tour, the cremation tour. Like, in hip-hop, I feel like we put ceilings on ourselves just as a culture. Like, shit, you get a certain age, people tell you ain't supposed to wear Jordans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But ain't that crazy? People say, when you going to grow up?
Yeah, we put a ceiling on everything. You can't have a 2-seater at a certain age. You got to have the minivan because you got the family now. Like, we put ceilings on everything. So it's on us to break the box. You know what I mean?
How much did Jay love the Mafia? The reason why I say that for is growing up, there was a couple of people that I knew that knew him, knew people around him. And they used to say how much, me being Italian and growing up, they used to say that he loved the mob, that whole lingo style.
I think it's bigger than how much Jay loved the mob. It's how much this country loved the mob.
Yeah.
This country is built the same way. Yeah. You got top dogs, middlemen, hitmen, the clip squad, got the security over here. Like, everything the mob invented, the government took and made legal.
Yeah. Shit, you got that right. Hey, you know what? I want to go back to Jersey for a second. I want to tell a Brooklyn story. As soon as I get to Jersey, I had to. My younger brother, needed air in his tire, so I go to Wawa. Right?
No go.
Crazy is I didn't know that. Then this is when I knew I was in a better environment. The air was free. I didn't have to pay for the shit. Yeah. It's usually 50 cents where I grew up. Right. So I'm over there putting the tube into the like trying to fill up the air. I can't get the valve into the bike. So all of a sudden I look up, there's 5 cars waiting for air. So I'm like, fuck, now I feel pressured, like the spotlight's on me. The guy's looking at me, and I get up and I'm looking at him, and I'm trying to get it. I'm even laying on the floor trying to get underneath this bike and get it from him. I get up, the guy's still looking at me. My instinct of my New York style was like, what the fuck is this guy looking at,
That's
man?
That's right. Off top.
Yo, so the guy's still looking at him. I'm like, damn, so I can't get the fucking the air in his tire. He's looking at me. I'm tight. Dude starts walking over. Yo, I clinch up.
That's right. You ready to brawl. Like, he about to say something.
Do you know what the dude tells me?
You need help.
Can I help you?
That's right.
I was like, yo, what the I felt like a fucking retard.
You know, if you was in New York, you knew exactly how that would have played out.
Yeah.
They be like, yo, what the fuck is you taking so long for, shorty? Move this fucking bike. I gotta put... Yo, come on, man. Slowing me the fuck up with this bike, shorty. That's exactly why you was on point. Because you know, that's how the movie would have played out in New York.
Yo, it's crazy, man. He's crazy. Listen, your son's gonna be 15 years old, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. God bless.
You only have one kid.
One kid. That's it.
Never
man.
wanted to have another.
Yeah, nah. I'm working on that, but back then, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I always wanted to wait until I got married.
Yeah.
Because that baby mama life,
yeah,
that shit is serious.
Yeah,
nigga.
I know all about
all kind of threats come.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing.
Car windows knocked out.
Yeah, shit
keyed up cars.
Shit is all bad, and it's like you just gotta take it. I want to know who wrote the rule book for baby mamas, because I want to go back and slap that chick. Like, who gave you the audacity? Like, chicks, like, I'm gonna tell you a scenario, right? Like you said, my son will be 15 Saturday. I'm taking him to Greece.
Really nice. See, that's
right?
dope.
Like, I can't call his moms and be like, yo, I'm taking your son to Greece. You got to pay for the flight. But when she take him somewhere, that's the conversation I get.
Yeah, so
I'm taking
I need
your
money.
son to Hawaii. You got to pay for the flight. Wait, are you taking him or am I taking him? Like, that's why I want to know who wrote the rule book on this. Like,
you know what's fucked up, without getting way too much into that shit, because that shit is stressful, because I've been through it. But you know what's fucked up? Even when you give child support, right? I always hated giving. Thank God I didn't have to go to court in the beginning, because I don't want to feel like I have to give money. I'm going to give money.
That's right.
But then again, there's some guys who don't, so I guess that's why they make child support law. But the thing that bothers me is you may give a certain amount. Say you give $600 a month, just say, right? Some guys will be like, they'll be like, yo, she needs sneakers, or he needs sneakers or clothes. Like, yo, use it out of the $600 I gave you. Then there's some guys like me who keep it separate. But the point I'm trying to make is, with the child support laws, is there's no bargaining.
no.
There's no understanding. Like, say if you get laid off or something that happens, they want that same amount of money.
Yeah, they don't care.
So there's no understanding on anything. And then meanwhile, when you give extra, I mean, it's a tough job, because, you know, it's weird. Guys get tainted, man.
Definitely.
When you have to, you know, because some girls are like, you know, you'll pay child support. You get taken advantage of sometimes, and you get your kid used against you.
Definitely. That's why I'm saying, who wrote that rule book? Because you automatically at 4. I thank God I never went through the child support scenario. Me and my son moms, we had war, but we was able to work through a lot of our war and call a truce on our own terms. You know what I'm saying? But I experienced with family and friends going down to family court, child support situation. You guilty before you even got out the car.
Yeah.
Them females in there even taking your name for the list so you could be seen by the officer. You wrong in their eyes. As soon as they see you, they like, this piece of shit. You don't take care of your kid, nigga. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You know what? They judge. You know what? I didn't even think like that, because you get judged like a motherfucker.
As soon as you were in the parking lot.
They
As
look,
soon as you get out the car, I'm
and
telling you.
you know what happens is, I think it's the people who work in that business automatically seen so much fucked up shit, so they just think like, yeah, another motherfucker.
Yeah, another one.
And that's probably, I don't even want to get into this, but that's probably what's wrong with the system, and even how police and how everybody look at it, because they just judge everything that they think they see.
Definitely. Like, my thing, man, with police, I just feel like you gotta comply, man.
Yeah.
Let the lawyers and let your legislator, you write to them, let them determine that. Because, like, the average Caucasian American man, let him get locked up for something he didn't do. He's suing, and he getting a bag.
Sure.
While we fighting and like, we ain't do it, let me go. He's suing.
Sure.
We need to follow the same steps, man. I stayed in a hotel one night where my next door neighbor woke up because we was making noise, and he went to the front desk and complained. White guy, right? He complained that we was making so much noise that he was going to miss his meeting in the morning. They gave that man a weekend free and that night free.
What?
Let me have went down there and complained that somebody was making noise and I was going to miss my fucking meeting. I'd have got locked up.
Yeah.
So
the nerve of you.
That's what I'm saying. We need to take advantage of the system the same way.
Sure.
The system is there to be played like any other game. Let's play it.
You know, it's funny. Many times people hit me up because I was a single dad for about 15 years so far. My daughter was 2, now she's 17. People hit me up and be like, "Yo, what do I do? Her mother ain't letting me see my kid. What do I do?" And in the beginning, I used to talk them through it. Now I just say go to court.
That's right.
But the thing is, a lot of us don't like doing that. It's like kind of like almost. Like going to the police or something.
But
and I'm like, yo, go to court, man.
When it come down to your kid, man, come on. You got to be every sucker in the book. That's your youth right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to get that right, man. Like, I do anything for my kid. I sell a farm for the baby boy. You killing me?
Goats, everything
must go. That sign will be right outside the farm. Everything must go.
You grew up with a mom and dad?
I grew up with a mom. She was both. I never knew, I met my father maybe once. He walked past me in the street. I wouldn't know what that man, who he is or what he looked like.
When did you even see him when you were young?
Probably was about 3-4 years old. That probably was the last time. Ain't even never been something that I even wanted to, a chapter I wanted to close. There's nothing that man could say to me. I seen my mom sign that blue slip as father and mom too many times to hear his story. So that's where I'm at.
Let me ask you, you ever think throughout the years, did that ever bother you? Meaning growing up without a father,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You needed that man there. But I had a great stepfather. Yeah. My sister father raised me and my brother. God bless. He passed away. And that's who taught us how to be men, man. So, and that's how I live it. A lot of men don't like already made families. Yeah. But he was somebody that came in and took on 2 soldiers and raised us to be the men we are today.
Yeah.
So without him, I always say that's my father, that he passed away. But my biological father, he out here living like a piece of shit somewhere.
See, that's why I love hearing stories about especially how much you love and what you do for your kid, because it's about. See, you think about it. A lot of us, and I say this a lot of our fathers, some that were around, they were good people, but they just didn't know how to show love. A lot of people dealt with that type of stuff. Either you didn't have a father, or if you did have a father, his father didn't show him love, so he really didn't know how to show you love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't know how to. Maybe they said, they didn't hug you, or they just didn't know how to show love like parents show love today.
Yeah.
And definitely. I love seeing that, and I love that you're breaking the chains. You're like, yo, I'm not gonna let this affect me. Keep in mind, Bleek, there's some people who harbor that shit and would never do what they do. I know it sounds crazy, but wouldn't do what they do for their kids. Because they're holding on to something. Like, yo, my father didn't do this. Fuck that. Maybe you could have been an absentee father.
Nah.
But I'm saying you never let that shit break you.
I look at my son and it's I want to give him the things I always wanted a father to give me. And I remember one day, man, this is a little bit off topic, but I remember one day my son really almost broke me. You don't supposed to show your kid emotions. You're supposed to be the rock.
How'd that happen?
Because he looked at me one day, he was about 5 years old, and he just said, yo, Dad, where's your dad? And I'm like, huh? I never had no dad. I'm just your dad. And he serious? So you never had nobody take you to the movies, take you to get ice cream, to the park? None of that. So I'm like, nah. He was like, man, don't worry. When I get older, Dad, and I get some money, I'm going to take you to the movies. I'm looking at him like, huh?
That shit almost brought a tear to, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just real shit. So I never harbored none of that, man. Like I said, I was raised by my mother, my brother, and my sister pops. They in my hood.
And keep in mind, you got lucky. And when I say you got lucky is you were around a lot of older dudes that actually cared for you.
Yes, definitely.
Like Jay and
Beehive.
Yeah.
Yep. Clark.
Yep. Clark.
Sauce Money.
Yep.
Tata.
Yep.
Emery. Yep. All of them. I was around the OGs. I read a statement the other day that somebody put up. He was like, yo, I was raised by the OGs. These kids today raised by IG.
That's classic.
It's crazy.
I remember you saying that you were 15 years old in the back of a GS with TVs in it.
Yo,
did you miss your childhood?
A little bit. But my childhood, I did so much so young, stealing dogs, dog houses, club houses, stealing chains on the J train, hats, going out. I remember doing everything. I remember when Jan Sports came out, man.
With the string?
I was sticking everything for the Jan Sport, your Nautica jacket. So I had from 10 to about 14 years old, we was out here living ready to die, doing everything, shooting off the roof, breaking car windows, doing everything you could do as a kid. But then at 15, it's once I said to Hove, yo, I rhyme. It's like nigga just gave me 9.9 gigawatts and put me in the Back to the Future car. Just let me go.
That day, so he lived in the building.
Yeah.
You lived on the fifth floor. Right? You lived on
the third.
Yeah. And cool with your sister, right?
With my mom's.
Okay.
And that's an ill story because I remember having a conversation with my mother before she moved in Marcy. She had a choice to move into the projects in Coney Island.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so she went and seen both apartments, and she seen Marcy second, and she met his sister the first time when she went to see the apartment. And she was like, "Girl, you don't want to live here. Marcy is where it's at, and you got like shit. I show you around." And my mom's just went like, she good peoples. I'ma move here. Think if my moms would have went to CI, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation.
Hell no, we wouldn't be.
You know what I mean?
Bleek will have a DIN number.
You already know.
03A 1736.
You already know.
But listen, I'm glad it worked out that way, man.
Word.
So he was cool with your mom. His mom's was cool with
his mom, his sister, him. He got two sisters, and they always cool with the whole family. Like I said, his nephews. Like I said, I used to rail.
Yo, hold on one second. Let's go to that because we were speaking about this before. You're part of the Dusse Friday podcast.
Shout out Dusse Friday.
Shouts to them.
Be Axel Raw, Young Rail.
Now, I said when I just we came in the studio off air, I was like, damn, you must have seen that kid Rel grow up. And what did you say to me?
I used to babysit them, man.
Yo, that's
that
crazy.
Sounds funny, but
because that dude is a big dude.
Yeah, and I tell him that all the time. All of his brothers, they all grew up to be so big, and I'm looking at these dudes like, man, I remember I used to try to punk y'all. Y'all niggas will jump me now. I better watch my back, But yeah, I used to take them to school, pick them up. I remember being with them all the time. Like, they older brother Lavelle, trust me, he's a spades champion. Like, you don't want to.
He don't renege, right?
Nah. He's a spades king. I've been playing since he was like 6. He had all the girls in the projects.
He ever run the wheel? The 10 books? Is that the wheel?
No, it's not the wheel. It's called 10 for 2.
Oh, 10 for 2?
10
Yeah,
for 2, the big one. I think the OGs just called it a wheel. We just called it Schmack City.
Okay.
we just call it Smack City.
But I'm glad to see, somebody like them, like Rel. And Dusse like make something different. Like that's what I really like. Like that's what intrigues me. And even I was saying like with Dusse, you're a brand ambassador.
That's right.
How did that happen? I remember you saying that you wanted to do something, and Ho was like, "Yo, do this or run with this." How'd that happen?
It wasn't even that simple. Like, it was just like a point where it was like, yo, I'm a little bit tired of doing freestyles and mixtapes and trying to get the album and talking to promoters, doing shows. I want to do something different. Let me step outside the artist box. So I went to the office, I had a conversation with him, and he was basically saying to me, like, Bleek, you kidding me? You smoke bud. You gonna be in the meetings at 9 a.m. on time? You gonna be there, like, you gonna be giving ideas, you gonna be on time. And I'm like, nigga, yeah, like, give me anything in this office you need me to run point guard on, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna take it to the top. So he was like, yo, we doing this. And this is before I even seen the way. You go back on my IG, you could go back probably 200 weeks. And I put the first bottle up. It's the little sample, and I was like, this is the first run, we gonna move it. And here we are today. And like, he never thought I was even gonna take this as serious as I did.
Yeah. So you proved them wrong.
I had to.
And I'll tell you one thing, that bottle is fucking dope. And I was saying it separates itself from other brands.
Definitely. And you going up against brands that had a 100-year head start.
Sure.
So we had to
That's
approach
crazy when
it
you
like,
think about it.
like we had to approach it like selling dope, literally. Like giving out samples, giving away cases, let me know how it hit. Like, do I gotta make it stronger? Like, we was really pushing, man, and I love to see where it's grown. It only been out 5 years, man.
Yeah. 5
years went so quick.
Hey, listen, it's something that I feel like has become a household name.
Definitely.
It's definitely, when you think of cognac, you're definitely thinking of that right up there.
Yeah,
if it's second for now, it's still.
It's not only that.
Yeah.
We made it cool to drink cognac.
Sure,
Man.
sure.
We made it for the girls. We made it sexy. Like I tell them, it's the new flat tummy tea for the ladies.
Now, that's even dope that Jay, like with a new project. Because, I always think of when I think of y'all, I think of gangster shit. So when I think of somebody like, listen, Bleek, we got sanitation over here. You're going to take over. We're going to fucking collect 2,000 every fucking, shit like that.
Uh-huh.
So for that to happen, we got this fucking Dusse, and you were able to prove to him, was he happy that, how far you had brought it?
Hell yeah. When I did the deal in Vegas, shout out my man Fred C out there, we closed the deal in the Palms Casino. You know what I'm saying? Putting that Dusse.
Who's that, Sam Rothstein over there?
Really making moves in the mob style.
Forget about it.
So you know what I'm saying?
The Tangerine.
When you go to Nine Steakhouse, just make sure you order that Dusse. You know what I mean? Okay. And you know who put that in there. When I did that deal, that's when he was looking at me like, hold on, this nigga really up to something. And then, they used to give little trials like, yo, we got to move 300 cases by the end of the month. And I'll go out there and move 500. Niggas looking at me like, huh?
That's that hustle in you.
No, you gotta.
Now let me ask you something. Is 444 a new collaboration with Dusse?
I really don't even know. I just posted it because I seen my whole team posted it. You see, I even put the thinking face under there, like, what the fuck is 444? Yeah. So I was looking. I thought 444 yesterday something was gonna happen. Yeah. Nothing happened. So it's just like I don't know.
The internet is funny because the internet would put they put like memes where like people are waiting. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen.
The illest one I seen, somebody said, what if 444 is just promotion for a new Bleek album? It's like, it's a good thought.
Hey, listen, it goes back to us saying before with Jay. It's a beautiful thing that he's still able to be so relevant, that people actually care if it even is an album or anything. But that's dope. Listen,
yes,
at his age.
Like, it's just, he's the God, man. He's the greatest I ever seen do it, man. Yeah. Like, seriously, and that's not just being biased, man. I was there from the beginning. Like you said in the beginning. Everybody want to be number one.
Sure.
You think I ain't try?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to face reality. This nigga number one is like 17 number one. So you like got to get the minus number one before you even could get the one of his number ones. Like, he's just the greatest, my G. Like,
yeah,
I seen it all. I could tell you the blueprint, what he ate, what he drove, where he slept, where he stayed, the kind of girls he fucked with, and nobody road won't be paved the same. It's just
I heard you say before that if somebody else could have your ears and eyes, their head will fucking explode.
Explode, straight up. I tell my boy that all the time. If you could borrow my eyes and my ears for one day, you'll want to kill yourself. Type of shit I hear, man. What people acts and
you're not supposed to write nothing down. Don't write nothing down. I remember that in the casino. He had a book. He had a book, and he's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to write anything fucking down."
I told Hov when he bow out, my book, I'm going for it. Write this book, man. Put it all down, all the stories, all the madness.
When we think about you should do a book. When we think about loyalty, and we go back to saying you, and you think about like all the things you've been involved in, and all the things that he came to you with. And just that relationship alone is a beautiful thing to have. Not only just because it's Jay, but just because that it's still prospering, that it's still out there. Not many people could say that, man.
No,
business deals ruin financial money ruins relationships
all the time.
It's not easy
all the time, and people always look at it like, come on, he like a lot of people look at it like, of course you gonna be cool with Hov. He the richest nigga ever. Who not gonna be cool with him? But what they fail to realize, he been the richest nigga ever in my eyes since he lived on the 5th floor.
Sure.
Like, so the money he got now is just enhance his rich nigga swag. But he been the rich nigga. Like,
tell him that story that when you decided to want to take a break and they went on tour without you and he came to your house and what did he tell you about like, yo, I'm rich?
Yeah, remember? He told me that's basically it. Like, yo, I'm rich. I've been there. I'm trying to help you. Everybody in this apartment, I'm trying to give you the opportunity to change their life. I'm good already. I don't need Memphis Bleek. Without Memphis Bleek, Jay-Z is going to always be good. And I looked at him and was like, you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to miss another studio session again because you fucking right.
Yeah. You thought you made it already.
Yeah, I had one song, Coming to Age, It's All Right was just coming out. I was shaking. High school, I was popping. I had the teachers loving me.
Woman.
Everything, the hood love, every projects, I was that nigga. So of course I felt like, yeah, I didn't even have a new whip. I had a girl who had a whip, and her whip basically was my whip. So yeah, new whip. But I just thought I was that nigga. Like, and he came and showed me, you not that nigga. You ain't achieved nothing, young boy.
Hey, listen, you had a lot of guidance, something that I think many people need in this day and age,
Definitely.
Like I honestly, be honest with you, even me, the way I grew up, like I could have used an older dude. A lot of the older dudes I hung around didn't teach us right, meaning like they taught us like to crash and burn. They didn't really teach us to flourish. You know what I mean? and we glorified them. And you know,
I had some OGs like that too, man. Trust me. I had a couple in my box, same way, man, that I looked at and was like, yeah, they the guy, but then, like you said, they crash and burn.
Yeah. You know, your cousin is Sean Price, is a late, great friend of mine, man. I love Sean, Bernadette, man. And you
Bernadette, man, it's so crazy, man. I remember growing up with Bernadette. My brother used to love that girl.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Word.
We had Bernadette on a bunch of times. You know, I miss Sean, you know. You know.
Come on, man. I miss him there for his family, especially for his little girl.
Yeah,
like,
his little
seeing
girl.
her grow
Sean
up,
P.
You know, they was such a unit together, and it's like, it hurt when I see her like that. Like,
you know, when he said that line, oh, where was I? Oh, yes, Sean Carter is nice, but Sean Price is the best. Yo, did Jay-Z ever hear that?
Yeah. Yo, I remember one time we was in Germany, and Sean P was out there, and he had a show.
Yeah.
And I'm telling Jay, like, you know, he knew of him, but he didn't know that was my family. So I brung him back there, and I'm like, yo, this my cousin. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's like real cousin, like blood. He like, no way. Word. And we was all chilling, kicking it out there in Germany. That's when Jay first found out. This was years ago.
Yeah. I know when he passed, Roc Nation had donated, I think, some money and stuff like that. That was dope. I really, you know, like people, first of all, people don't have to do anything.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I think too many people, you know, from the outside have too many opinions, you know, of what Jay should do or what this should do or what you should do or what anybody should do.
And that's the thing.
And for them to do something like that, I know they donated some money. And
I feel like social media, internet period, man, that just gave people, everybody, put an opinion in everybody's hand. Like, anybody can say whatever they want. Like, when you dropped the album back in 97, 98, you didn't know what somebody in New Orleans thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Now you could just go on your Twitter feed. You know what a nigga in Arkansas and Kansas and Tobago, Trinidad think about your record. Like,
we had Ed Woods on, lawyer.
Ed
I don't know,
Woods.
you know Ed Woods?
Wow, yeah, shout out Ed Woods. Almost got me in that Undertaker contract.
The Fugazi?
Almost
the Fugazi? What
almost
happened?
got your boy. Shout out Dame Dash for brokering that.
Really? Dame Dash got you out of
Dame
it?
Dash saved my
Tell us about that.
motherfucking life, man. Because I got a contract from Ed Woods. You know what I'm saying? He was representing somebody. I ain't going to put him on blast because he's still family. I don't think he understood what was going on because, you know, the lawyer was just trying to outsmart niggas. It's cool. So I'm reading the contract and something just said, all of these sentences, I don't know what they say, but 50% sounds not right to me. So I called Dame. Yo, I got this contract from this lawyer, Ed Woods, whatever, yo. Bring it to you, check it out. Dame like, all right, come to the office. I showed him this contract. This nigga went crazy. Got me a new lawyer, everything. Got me new management, got everything for me. Got me up out of there, tore that shit up, and that was it.
You know, we had Choke No Joke on a while ago. That dude's a wild dude.
Is he?
Yo, he said that Jay wasn't messing with Dame for a long time before the public ever seen it. You know, I mean, we don't know that, you know. But
it's always internal drama, though. Like, I always try to figure out at what point did the separation happen, and you can never determine it because they the big homies and they get money together, and money, like you said, could ruin any relationship,
sure, even marriage.
And this fucking Hollywood drug, man. This shit it's worse than heroin, it's worse than any crack, is worse than all these pills and syrup niggas
Molly
is taking.
Percocet.
It's worse than all that. You get one whiff of this Hollywood shit, you ain't never going back.
But it didn't change you.
No, because we always lived Hollywood life. Running trains, having money, smoking ounces and pounds in front of you, wilding out in cars, crashing them, buying new ones. Shit, my cousin was a pimp, man. He taught me how to drive at 13. I was letting girls out the car on the Tridac. Like, so none of this shit excited me. All I wanted was the money and to bring my peoples with me to have some fun.
But when you were around that shit, because I know you speak a lot about how like you seen rich shit, like you're around that shit. How did you were able to stay yourself? Like real talk. Like I know you're saying like, you know, you always lived the Hollywood life, but you could. Some people would have been like, damn, like I want what they have.
It's
like
when you go back home and you go to your family, Reality is all in your face, man. You can hide from it. I could stay in hotels for 6 months, stay in the Ritz for a month. But when you leave that hotel and you go back and you see the faces on your family, them cabinets, them refrigerators, that's reality right there, man. You can't run from it. You only can run to it. So to be something that I'm not and to chase something that's basically too far-fetched to achieve is like, come on. Some niggas sell their soul to sell millions. I ain't got to do that. Yeah. I just want to make $1 million.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you know, even just, I know you speak about growing up like roaches on the floor, fly traps.
Shit, we just was in the hood the other day. Roaches was everywhere still. I had to tell my man, bomb the crib. Like, it's
La Bamba. You ever heard of La Bamba?
Like, get some Chinese shit up.
Yo, that La Bamba, the Dominicans got that La Bamba shit, man. You turn that shit, motherfuckers run for the door, run for the door. Bomb!
I ain't even know niggas had them in the crib in 2017.
Word of life. You come back, them fucking roaches are sideways like they're on Molly. You know what I mean? The only thing that's fucked up about the roaches is that like people got to put all their dishes and clothes
everything away. You got to eat with the light on.
Yo, shit is
all of that shit fall off the ceiling right in your cereal.
Get 3 of them bombs, put that shit in there. You know. Now let me ask you something. Just doing research and stuff like that. They said that you claim bankruptcy.
I know,
is that
right?
True?
That's fucked up, man. I don't know where they be getting shit like this.
Who the
from,
fuck
man.
makes these things up?
I don't know, man. And they said, and it was what I like about the article. They said that my company, Get Low Touring or whatever, filed bankruptcy. But I still get paid to that company, and I didn't know whoever was, if they filed I didn't know. I didn't file bankruptcy, so Malik Cox, I don't know what they talking about. Yeah. So it's cool, I love it. Say I'm broke. That let people, don't ask me for nothing. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't ask me for nothing.
I like that. Yo, you know what's so funny too? I'm gonna give you an example. Just Blaze, obviously, you know, Just Blaze, friend of mine.
Yeah.
When people know that you're friends with people, Just Blaze bought a Ferrari or a Lamborghini about a year ago, right?
I don't know why that boy don't drive.
But exactly. But now he drives. He got his license finally. But let me tell you this. Somebody hits me and was like, damn, yo, Just is making money out here. And in my mind, I was like, yo, he's been making money.
Yeah.
Fuck are you talking about? But this is what goes to show you that if, like, I'll give you an example. Say you could afford a Lamborghini. You put that on Instagram tomorrow. Maybe in the comments, people start saying like, damn, Bleek making money again. Or Bleek out here living. Or something, he's doing something, not knowing that you could have had money all the time. You just didn't spend it like that.
And it's like, it's hard to enjoy your money in New York. Like, you get a Lamborghini in New York, this shit gonna be fixed every week.
Sure, with potholes.
Like, you feel me? Like, so a lot of things, I feel like I did all of that. The cars, that's why for just to have a Lambo now, I'm looking at him like, wow. I remember when he bought a truck, I took him to get rims in the system, and he never drove the truck again. The truck, he literally had it parked for like 5 years. Like, he never drove it. Had rims on it, TVs in it, system out the roof, and never drove the truck. So to see him riding around in a Ferrari and a Lambo now, trust me, that's fucking mind-blowing.
It's crazy. It's crazy how we'll get to that when we come back from a break. We're going to break soon, but you know, just the whole Rockefeller, how everybody had flourished, and you know, and just to see everybody doing different things, it is really amazing. Even Just, like, his career has been amazing, man.
Yeah, Just is that guy, man. He's the game guy. He's the beat guy. He's just a fun guy to be around. Like, people like Just Blaze and Swiss, I always gave like the best producer crown to, because when you get in the studio, you know, usually when you're in the studio as a rapper, you mad at the world. You're like, I'm gonna get this beat, I'm killing everybody. Don't give a fuck. Anybody, I'm shitting on niggas. And then you get with them, they hype, dancing around, playing games. You're like, fuck it. Let's do a party record. Bring some bottles in the studio. Call some chicks over. A session with them niggas is like a party. I love it.
You didn't think with Duma, you didn't think that would be a hit, right?
No, I hated that. I hated that
But
beat.
why?
Because I didn't like the beat. When they first played the beat, it was a kid called Roots. He made the beat. He played it. And I was just sitting there like, nah, I don't like it. And Jay like, yo, you bugging. Like, I hear it on this. So I'm like, what? And then once he said the hook, that was it. I was like, oh, you staying on the hook? He like, yeah, then cool. A record featuring you is always it.
So he was in the studio for that.
Yeah,
he don't. There. A lot of people always say he doesn't write anything down.
Never.
He don't. How's that possible?
And he'll give you a few bars.
Really?
Like, I hate when Jay'll be like, you'll say something, and then he'll be like, yo, nah, don't say that, say this. And it be something ill. Then you like, nigga, Now what I'm supposed to say after that?
Yeah.
Like, you just fucked my whole verse up, my nigga. Thanks.
He has a couple of bars to give. You know, you always speak too about like your opinion on ghostwriting. You know what I mean? You explain like, yo, if you want to give me something, no problem.
Man, not from anybody, only from the Hove, only from the God.
And he has gave you stuff before.
Definitely. Yeah. You know what I mean? Alley-ooped a lot of, and not only verses, he alley-ooped songs to me that I just had to insert rapper here. Like, niggas don't know. I never sat in the studio with Timbaland. He didn't make Is That Your Bitch for Bleek. Hove made the record. It was like, yo, Bleek, it's 2 open verses, do that. Then when I did it, he was like, yo, fuck it, that's your record. Look, same thing.
What about Missy Elliott? She got on that?
I never even met Missy.
No?
I shot a video with Missy and still never shook that woman's hand. How ill is that?
That's crazy, man.
This is what I'm telling you.
Hype Williams? Who did that fucking video?
I think it was, what's my man name that was in? I just watched him in the movie the other day, too. He was on Soul Plane. What was his name, man? We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, like, it's a shit. It's a lot of things in this industry. Hove alley-ooped me with Murder Marcyville. That was his record. He had too many songs on his album. He like, Bleek, put a verse on it. Throw that on your album. Oh, good looking. What I'm supposed to do? Turn down records?
4 gold albums, right?
4, yeah. One platinum? They tried to cheat me on my understanding. That joint plat. They tried to cheat me on that.
Yo, you know what I want to talk about real quick? I want to talk about, because for people who may not know, there are some that may know and some who may not know. With Jay, a lot of people think like, and we spoke about this before a couple of times, that like you're just good, like he just gives you money. People don't, or just like takes care of you or make sure you're all right. And you spoke like, no, I'm saying, remember, people think that. Remember, we went over this a long time ago, and we went over this where like, you were like, yo, I had to rap, I had to like. Here, like, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to tell these people you're good for the job, but you got to go show up.
That's right.
You know?
Like, I just had this conversation with somebody in Manolo camp that I was telling them, like, if I never dropped Memphis Bleek I wouldn't be right here. I got to remember, when I signed the Rockefeller, me and Sauce Money was we was shooting neck and neck. Sauce was Jay, man.
Shouts to Sauce.
Sauce Money, like, that was Jay. I was the little homie. Sauce was that's my partner.
Sure.
We rolling. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I'm better than Sauce or nothing, but I just made records that worked. And that's why I'm still here. Like, I rode the wave. Like, it's a lot of rappers who was in our camp who the records, then they never made the record, they never came out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I never made Do My, Is That Your Bitch, Round Here, Memphis Bleek none of them albums, we would not be having this conversation. Hove would have said that conversation, I'm rich and all that, womp would have been over. I'd be back in MP hustling. And that's just reality of it all.
And you would never be in Wawa.
It never be in Wawa. I wouldn't even know what Quick Check is.
Quick Check, shouts to Quick
None
Check.
of that.
I never even knew what these things were. But you know what? It's a good thing. I'm explaining that to you. I always felt like being a Brooklyn kid, like we say like, oh, we Brooklyn, we New York forever. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to stay there forever.
Oh, no.
Like, why did you move to Jersey? Because a chance to evolve different, or?
I just always wanted the yard.
Yeah.
As a kid, I always dreamt of backyard, driveway. Could let my dog run around, do what he do, kids in the pool. Like, I always dreamt of that. You know, I grew up in an apartment with damn near 8 people in the 2-bedroom apartment. We slept on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, I always wanted bigger. So to move to Jersey, when I met my son Moms, and she the one who really made me want to move to Jersey, because at that time when I first met her, a lot of my friends was dying at the time. We had drama. It was shootouts. Everybody was dying. We was going to a funeral down there every 2-3 months. And she was saying to me, she had a conversation. She said to me one day, like, that's weird. Like, your friends is getting killed like this rapid. Like, where I come from, people don't die. Like, they only die in car accidents or old age or
the movies
or some sickness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, huh? I want my little sisters and brothers and my son to be saying the same thing. I don't want them growing up losing friends the way I did. So I moved the whole family to Jersey, and we've been there ever since.
Yeah, happy family.
You know what I mean?
That's it. Hey, listen, I'm. It's a beautiful thing, you know.
But I'm ready to relocate now, man. I'm ready to go out west somewhere, baby. You know what I mean?
Listen, you're almost 40 years old, man.
Yeah, I'll be 39 this year, man. You see that shit? I'm getting up there. It's time to get the fuck out of here. Like they said, get fat, go to Miami. But Jada, I'm going to the west, my nigga.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because you really, when people think about it, like, again, we talk about hip hop and people will be like, oh, Memphis Bleek and people think Jay, this, that, all that. Oh, fuck all that shit for a second.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about the inspiration and the journey that you've been on, you were in Nelson Mandela's crib. You just spoke about, real talk, anybody who listening from the hood or any type of struggles they've been through, you never know what can happen. This dude right here, you think about it, man, sleeping on top of each other. You said 8 people in fucking two-bedroom apartment.
Word.
And then being in Nelson Mandela's crib. Tell us about that.
Like, that was crazy. Like, first of all, when we went to Africa, I didn't want to go.
Why?
Because they sent us a telegram. We had a email that went out to the whole group, everybody. And watch out for the militia. Watch out for landmines, grenades, and type of shit like that. So I call Hove, like, yo, my nigga, we from the hood. I'm with the shootouts, the knife fights, militia, grenades, landmines. I ain't that tough, my nigga. And I don't think none of us is that tough. We shouldn't go. So he looking at me like, what? What you mean? That's not for us, Bleek. They ain't gonna, that's for other people. They with us. When we go, they welcoming us home. So I'm like, my nigga, I'm with you. No matter what, I just know I didn't want to go. So we go. And it was the most beautiful thing ever, man. We got up with Nelson Mandela and his crew, Kofi 09 and his son, everybody, and we was really rolling like the president out there.
Y'all eat dinner over
like,
there?
We ate everything, man. We had chefs, though.
Okay.
We had chefs. Shout out my man Tony Royster, though. He didn't want to listen to me. He tried to order some room service.
Really?
And we was in Ghana or something. He tried to order some room service. So I told him, you got to order things that grow from the earth. It's very rarely you could tamper with a fucking potato. So you order French fries. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
You order some lettuce or something. He want to order chicken and some burger. I'm telling this nigga, did you see a cow out this bitch since we been here? Like where they getting that from? So long story short, the food came back. It was terrible. He did not eat it. He ate the French fries only. And I told him. So there you go. But Africa is different. If you've never been, you must go to see your people one time.
You also got a chance to travel with. When did they perform for the Queen of England?
Yeah, the children, her sons.
Okay, sons.
Yeah,
okay.
they did the show. Beyonce and Jay did the show for her 2 sons. Yeah, we did it all, man. I've been all over this globe. I've been everywhere.
Everywhere, right? How's the stamps on your passport, man?
I got this. I'm on my 3rd one now.
Okay. Like, how many think Hove has?
He probably on his 4th or 5th right now. Like my passport's literally is textbooks. Like I got profile pictures books? And all type of shit in there. Visas from every country. I told my son the other day I done been to every continent on this planet.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You know what? Let's take a quick break. Grab your chick, or is that your chick? You know, grab it. Put an L. What are you doing? Fonto leaf.
Backwoods.
Oh, backwoods. Okay, listen. Get your backwoods ready. Grab some Dusse. Put on a movie, whatever you want to put on. Goodfellas. Maybe we put on, King of New York.
Oh, favorite. All time. Or New Jack City.
Listen, New Jack City. We'll be right back. Memphis Bleek is in the building. Cheer. Internet, you already know, we told you this episode is brought to you by the good folks at Bevel. Let me tell you something. I want to give Tristan Walker a shout. I'm really proud to be part of the Bevel family. Let me tell you something. The guy's an inspiration, man. Just really took the grooming industry by storm, man. Just making sure that people have that clean, smooth shave. Just keeping the diversity, doing something for the people, and just really being about the community and the culture. And I really fuck with Bevel, and I fuck with Tristan Walker. And I know they just recently announced that they got a hair beauty care product for women called Form, man. I mean, this guy just continues to inspire. Listen, internets, go over to getbevel.com/Pete. Check out what they got. Check out the products they got. Get yourself a discount, man. Fuck's the matter with you? Fuck you waiting for? Listen, shouts to Bevel. Getbevel.com/Pete. Check them out. Man, I want to give a shout out to the UN Athletics. UNathletics.com. Make sure you go and log on. Use code checkout Pete10 at the checkout. Get yourself 10% off. Free shipping. Let me tell you something. You know what I fuck with UN and all of my people in Atlanta or down south? They call them E-Wing. Did you know that, internet? E-Wing? Yeah. I'm telling you. People. Let me tell you something. People from down south, some people call them E-Wing. Okay, E-Wing. Shout out to E-Wing. Now, it's Ewing. Thank God they got rid of Phil Jackson, that piece of shit motherfucker. Anyway, listen, he don't have nothing to do with fucking Patrick Ewing. And the UN Athletics, I've always been a fan of UN Athletics, so it's dope that I'm able to collaborate with them and that they gave us a 10% discount. Use code Pete10 at checkout. It'll give you 10% off your order and free shipping. Listen, I told you they got Anthony Mason's shoe that coming out with Anthony Mason's son that they're doing, that all the proceeds go to the family. I love shit like that. Like I said, unathletics.com, Pete10, put that at checkout, get yourself 10% off and free shipping. Now let's get back to the show. Chit.
Do it.
Internet, and we're back. Saying here with my man Memphis Bleek. Easy.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking about, what the fuck were we talking about?
Pro Tools, the board.
Pro Tools.
You know, we wanted to make sure homie left it running.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we Pro Tools geniuses over here.
Why's
man.
that?
Because of my man Guru. Shout out young Guru.
Yes, sir.
Back in baseline days, you know, Guru used to do everybody's session. From me to Dipset, State Property. And when I'm saying Dipset, I'm talking about Jimmy, Cam, Santana. Then you got Beans, Free, Owen Sparks. Then you got to go to me, the Gunners, and then Jay. So he made a book, like a laminated book of everything step by step of what you need to do to create a session, save a session, record, punch-ins, patches, everything you could think about with Pro Tools. All you had to do was go to the picture in the section in the book. And you know, we just studied the book, and here we are.
Is Guru a genius?
Guru is a genius.
Really?
Guru
Why you say
really.
that for?
I say that because I literally watched this man take a 2-track and make it sound like he mixed the whole record. Like if I give an average engineer a beat and be like, yo, I need you to mix this record for me. First thing he want to do is get the record tracked out. You know what I mean? The producer got to send the record with the track separated. If he was 56, we want all 56 sounds on individual tracks. Like, and nowadays, producers used to forget how they produced the beat. So they would lose the files they quote unquote they would claim. But I would be like, hey, he stole a beat. But then when you lost the beat, now you can't get the beat tracked out. Now it's one of your hottest records. What you got to do? You're not going to give it away. Goo would separate them motherfucking sounds.
Wow.
How? I don't know. But he will get it done.
He can't tell you the sauce.
That boy, like, I feel like to be a producer, to be an engineer, you got to be a little bit 730. And what I mean by 730, a little bit short bus.
Off the rocker.
Yeah, just a little bit. Because to be able to connect them sounds and put it all together, you fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And to be able to hear all of those sounds and clear them, you fucking crazier. So, shout out to them.
They say you got to be crazy to be, creative. You know?
And all geniuses are crazy. Look at my man Kanye is, whew.
Yeah.
He's a
Did
super
you see that? Did you see that in him?
I knew, yeah.
Because some people didn't think he would be more than just a producer.
No, I knew Ye was nice. He used to spit to us in the studio too all the time. But I also knew Ye was 7. But it takes a person that's 730 to meet another 730 nigga. So we all
connect.
730 in this room, FYI.
Yeah.
Because if all y'all niggas felt like y'all IQ level was higher than us, y'all would walk out. You wouldn't fuck with us.
So he was spitting, and people were feeling it?
We was like, Hov and them just wanted. At that time, they was finishing the album, Dynasty, Blueprint, all of that. We don't care. We got 35 rappers signed to us. We don't need another one.
Yeah, calm down.
You know what I'm saying? And that was they take to it. But he used to rhyme to me, Beans, Guru, all of us in the studio. But where I knew Kanye was fucking crazy was when he bought a G-Wagon Benz. This is when it first came out, and he literally needed people approval. Like the Benz, he had to deliver the bass line off the truck in front, and he would not take the car keys unless everybody told him the car was fly.
What?
So it's like, why the fuck did you buy the car if you ain't think the car was hot from the beginning?
Yeah.
That's when I said, that nigga's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a star.
Not bouncing all over the place, but we go from the beginning to the end to the middle again. That's just how this shit works sometimes.
Yeah.
When and this is something I wanted to always ask you. When Dame and Jay split, I remember you saying something like that. Because when's the last time you seen Dame?
Probably like 6-7 years ago in London. It was like at a festival we did out in London. Yeah.
Everything was cool. You said hello. Yeah.
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 Like, what's going to happen?
No. What I mean by that is because I remember hearing that when that happened, it was like, yo, you'll never see them again.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
Hov said that.
Hov he's like a magician. I think he down with the body snatchers or somebody. They got the little clip squad somewhere. Because when he tell you never gonna see somebody again, you literally damn near never see them again. Because I never seen a mill again, like never. And he said that we was in the studio doing the certain what was it, Hey Poppy? He's like, yo, she bullshitting with the studio. Man, Bleek, this is it, man. You ain't gonna never see Shorty again. I ain't never seen her again.
Really, just disappeared.
Just gone.
And he said the same thing for Dame too.
Yeah, but we sing Dame together.
Okay.
So I was a little bit. I don't think the body snatchers did their job.
Man, they didn't do a correct. Good.
I think they. You know how they let them go. They throw the shot in the air, make it feel like they did it, but they didn't do it.
What do you think about the people who talk about Illuminati? Is it bullshit?
That's cool. I just want to know why the cup missed me.
Yeah.
Like if he joined the Illuminati and that's my man, why I ain't get a sip of the cup? Yeah. Why I ain't get a key? Why I ain't get a map? I ain't get a shirt? I ain't get a hat? Fucking bandana? Fuck. I want to be rich too. If that's the key to get rich is to join this gang, they put you on. Well, where's the initiation at? Because I missed it. I missed my call.
That makes a lot of sense,
right? Fuck.
You know, throughout now you're doing a bunch of things now too. You started your own label,
Warehouse Music Group. Shout out my homies, you know, Debo, my man Jay, Germ, my man Joe right here. You know what I mean?
Big Joe. Now let me ask you something. The logo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shows project buildings in the back.
That's right.
Amongst what? Amongst a circle of
life.
Tell us about the logo. How'd that happen?
The logo is basically, it's just a project building with the smoke from the warehouse. Sure. And, you know, we all from the projects. Everybody that's a part of this is from the projects. But one thing I don't think people understand that a project is, it's really a warehouse with undeveloped talent. And what I mean by that, you got athletes that never made it. You got producers. You got people who play instruments who never made it. There's so much untapped talent in them project walls that's just unheard of. And that's why we want to put something out there that represents that struggle and that to the forefront, because we all from the projects and talented young men.
What made you after all these years want to start a label? You could have done a lot of other things.
Yeah, I wanted to before. It quite ain't pan out. You know, I had to get low production company that I had Jeter, H Money Bags. We tried to get Little C's on the label, like, you know, so it didn't work out back in the days, but I felt like this time was right. Because, you know, we had just linked up with Manolo, was working on the deal with Manolo. Then we linked up with Taxstone. And, you know, we was working on the deal with Casanova. And it felt right. Like, I felt like when everything lined up in life and you know when it's right, is when you don't got to ask for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it just happens. When I had Get Low, I was basically trying to force it down Jay's throat. Like, yo, I need this. My niggas is ready. And he looking at me like, y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. But when I came at him this time, he looking at me like, yo, you ready, huh?
Now the label you have is also associated with Roc Nation, right?
Yes, it's a joint venture deal. Yeah, it's a joint venture with Roc Nation, Universal. And we here, man.
Listen, you got Casanova.
We got Manolo.
Brooklyn. You got Manolo Rose.
Brooklyn.
But listen, you always had an ear for people outside of New York, even like Ross.
Definitely. T.I.
Yeah.
I had an ear for a lot of people. You know, what's my man from Houston, man?
Who's Slim Thug? Paul Wall? Bun B? Zero?
No, you ain't gonna get his name. He had Cadillac.
Trader Truth?
He had Cadillactica. Big Crit.
Big Crit. He's from Memphis, no?
I brought Big Crit.
Mississippi, yeah.
I brought Big Crit to the table, too.
Really? How'd that happen?
Yeah, I found him on MySpace with my man Agent. Yeah, word. Brung him out there. Yeah, I told Hov he wasn't ready for that sound at that time, though. But then after he seen him on BET one time, he was like, yo, Bleek, didn't you bring Shorty to me? He's like, damn, I missed that one.
Yeah.
Or like, I fucks with everybody, all type of talent.
Do you plan on bringing some people from outside of New York?
Definitely. We got an artist named Shane Free from Barbados. We got a Latin R&B artist we just signed right now from Harlem called Manny Acosta. And what's ill about him, I just did a deal for him to get his song on the next season of Empire. So we working, man. We over here doing Fox deals. We ain't playing.
Shit, listen, Bleek is doing it out here. Now, let me ask you something. With all these Roc Nation, first of all, you got to be amazed that from Rockefeller comes Roc Nation. Then they build the fucking logo, which is dope. Like, put it this way, it could have been a hit or miss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything worked in his favor, or the team's favor.
Definitely, and I feel like you said, I'm glad you said that it's a team because it's definitely a collective idea. Like it ain't just one person driving the ship.
Sure.
You go in that office, man. We got a whole conglomerate, a whole team that from top to bottom, from the assistant to the boss, everybody plays a significant role, man. And it's a great thing to see it all come together.
What do you think about all these signings that that people in the hip hop would never thought they ever would see? Like meaning like Jim Jones, being part of Roc Nation, or like have you? I mean, it gets funny. It gets weirder. I should say it gets weirder and funnier each time. Like not that there's something wrong with it, but
for me, it don't bother me none. Like I'm as a fan, I can see why people sit back because I have the moment where I sit back and be like, why they do that too? But then as a businessman, a lot of things make sense, and then we all grown. You just want to bury a lot of bad blood that was out there, and if you can make amends by getting a few dollars together, why not?
Yeah, you had.
It's like who else you gonna get money with in New York?
Exactly.
Besides Hov,
True.
He the only one opening up the gate for us young, talented people out here. Who else? Who door you knocking on and you getting in there?
And doing them. Listen, Roc Nation, Dusse, Title. Listen,
the 40, everything.
Yeah,
like,
buying up the block and really, I mean, look, seriously,
literally,
honestly, it's inspiring, man.
Yeah.
It really, let me tell you something, man. From a Brooklyn perspective, and Jay's whole style, like to me, Jay and Big, greatest.
That's right.
That's how I feel. And speaking of Big, you know what? Did you ever meet Big?
Of course, I smoked L's with Big in the Apollo. Rest in peace.
What's the first time that you ever met Big?
Was at Jay's birthday party at his crib at the Duke. The night they got in that accident, him and Lil C's. That was my first time. But, I've been around them many, many times in the studio when him and Jay was recording and all of that. Like, Big was the coolest MC in the game. I say him and Snoop Dogg is the two coolest MCs I ever met in hip-hop.
Why Snoop?
Because Snoop is just his vibe, man. That nigga smoked me under the table twice, so we got beef for that. And he just his whole aura, his style. I ain't never seen Snoop lose his cool. Like,
there's an artist that you didn't smoke with yet. You know how certain people, like in hip hop, people want to smoke with certain people.
Like, only I could say two niggas. It's two artists that I would burn with, but I ain't one of them dudes who smoke with them. I smoke dolo, like niggas can't. Yeah. But if I had the choice and I want to burn with a couple people, have a session with, like, would be somebody like, of course, Currency. I fucks with Currency,
yeah.
And of course, Khalifa.
Okay, yeah, but he would burn you under the table too,
Yeah, he down with Snoop. That's why I got to get him first and then bring it to Snoop.
But even like it's funny too because I know I don't smoke no more. But I know back in the day, like it was like a joy of smoking with certain people. Like meaning like we ain't burning L together, and especially if you're dealing with hip hop. You know what I mean?
Definitely. When I first smoked the L with Big, that was like the most significant smoking a blunt with somebody for me moment.
Sure.
Was in the Apollo and man, I was blown away. Like,
and that was that regular weed back then.
Yeah, like that nigga hit my skunk.
Yeah,
that nigga hit my blunt. Like shit, I almost wanted to wrap the blunt up. Put that shit in the plat.
Yo, the only thing about it's funny when you were able to get like skunk or any type of hydro. I think back then
Hawaiian skunk.
When you were able to get that, regular turned into like get the fuck out of here. Should give you a headache.
I ain't gonna forget, man. Hard Knock Life Tour changed my life. Red and Meth, man. I'ma always say, Redman and Method Man introduced me to the Riddle. Before them, I ain't know what raw was. I thought I was smoking raw. We got to L.A. And this when I guess Sour Diesel first came out because they was calling it cat piss, baby shit, all type of shit. It had all kind of names crazy to it, right? But they had like a P of it. I had a half a pound of Reggie under the bus. Straight Reggie. Miller, Bush, everybody Reggie. Anybody named Reggie was under that fucking bus. That's what I had, right? And then they gave me an ounce of that. Yo, my nigga, I went under the bus and threw that away. And I told myself, my lungs in my life, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out smoking the finest.
Yeah.
Like, now I got to say, the 3 best strands out right now, and I'm coming for y'all niggas, man, because the 3 best is Cookies, man, Jet Fuel, and, gotta say, I gotta give it 4 then, man. Gotta give Cookies, Jet Fuel, my dude Louis the 13, and then you gotta give Kimba out there, man. I don't think nobody out here smoking that Kimba. They still on Sour Diesel in New York. Gotta step out the Bidox, boys.
You know, you said a couple times life is all about choices.
That's right.
Break that down a little bit more. I know it's simple, but...
It is, though. Like, you live with the choices you make. The choice today could affect you 20 years from today. So it's basically you want to make the right decision with every choice. You want to think it through. You never want to just jump the gun with any decision you have to make in life. Because like I said, 20 years from now, you'll be living with that decision you made from today. So with that being said, like I said with my mom, she had the choice to move to Coney Island or the choice to move to Marcy.
Thank God.
Used the choice to move to Marcy.
I mean, I would have liked to be close. We could have been homies, but it would have been different.
Shit, you never know. We might have beef.
We could have been co-defendants too.
Word. Shit.
You know. Listen. Besides being a great storyteller, besides all your contributions to hip hop that are fully appreciated, you also to me are a gem dropper. And that's one thing I really base this show on. Like people listening and learning something. People being inspired or relating.
Yeah.
You know, you said you're only a child for like six years.
Definitely.
Remember saying that?
Yeah.
You know, what does that mean?
Because you think about it. Your mom and your pops, they watch you cross the street. You can't do nothing by yourself. So it's like from about, what age you want to say? From about 10. Yeah. That's when you probably could go outside, don't leave the yard. You don't need your moms with you. You could finally ride your bike up and down the street, do what you want to do, go to your homie crib. From about 10 to about 16 years old. That's it. And probably in today's kid, the way these niggas is growing so big, I say from 10 to 14. Because some of these 14-year-olds look 21. You know what I'm saying? So
they were. Well, let me tell you something. My daughter's 17. I pick her up from high school. I'm like, damn, man, I need to go to the gym, man. I need to do something because these dudes are like freshmen, like fucking 6'4", 280.
Yeah,
like you like, yo, you did something to my daughter. They're like, yeah, bitch, what you want? You know, I'm like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, you definitely need your gun for these kids.
Yeah, most definitely gotta pull out the PK-47.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, so an average kid from 10 to 14 is his window of being by himself, of roaming the street, going to school, developing who he gonna be for the rest of his life. Then from about 15 or 16 on, that nigga got bills and he got responsibilities. Mom probably had another baby. He babysitting. Like, you know what I mean? Who knows? He got a job. Because I had a job at 16 years old. I was making records.
Yeah. Amazing. Not everybody does that. You know, you think about it, you know, there's so many people that, you know, could go into, you know, or want to be a rapper. Or so many people that want to be a ball player that don't make it. Think about, like, you know, these college kids that play fucking football.
Yeah.
These kids are nasty, but they don't have enough to make it to the NFL.
But I give them, they still getting that education, man. That's more important.
Yeah.
Because think about the person who make it to the whatever major league sport and they have a major injury.
Sure.
And never finish their education. Then what?
And not everybody lasts too. You know, keep in mind, you know, longevity is a key, man.
And not everybody in football, you gotta be top tier.
Yeah.
Because they don't care about second string in football. If you ain't top tier, you ain't getting that payola.
You know, I wanna mention some people's names and I want you to get your thoughts. When I mention these people's names, you give me just your honest thoughts about what you think about them. And if it's love, you know, feel free to show love, like, you know, because I think, like, not that you wouldn't.
Yeah, I ain't got no.
What I'm saying
I ain't got no drama with nobody.
We do live in a world. Keep in mind, we do live in a world
Uh-huh.
where people, when you give props, people like, yo, you know, no, I don't mean the dick ride, but you know, I hate when
that's
people
the new
do
shit.
that.
Yeah, you can't fuck with nothing. If you fuck with it, you dick riding, and if you don't fuck with it, you hating. So let's go. Who I gotta hate on and who?
No. This is all love. I'm thinking I set it up for all love, but to be honest with you, it's like sometimes I feel like maybe these people don't get a chance to hear all the love. Sometimes we're so busy. So somebody like Ty.
Man, that's the OG, man. I love Ty to the bottom of my heart, man. Like, Ty gave me many, many jewels along the way of what not to do and what to do, and he was the tough love one out the crew. Yeah. Like, I remember days Ty used to send me home, like, questioning, like, do he fuck with me? Mm-hmm. Like, curse me out. I come to the office, you a stupid motherfucker, you don't listen. I'm telling you this shit, and you better listen to me. And I used to be looking like, damn, good or like, what I do, my nigga? But then, you know, as you get older and you put the pieces together, he was just giving me the jewels I needed for life, man.
Yeah. What about Emery?
Another OG, man. I tell you a story about Emery. I don't know if you heard of this convention they used to do in New Orleans called the Gavin.
No.
This was back when Jay first dropped Ain't No Nigga. This is when Shook Ones, Mobb Deep debuted Shook Ones.
Okay, really?
So this is how far back I'm
Damn.
on. And they had a rap battle out there. Rest in peace, Jam Master. Jay was hosting.
Most definitely.
Puff was hosting. And the rap battle was for, artists from, I think, about 14 to like 19 or something like that. And I didn't want to do it. And Emery cursed me out like, nigga, you think we brung you out here for vacation? Nigga, we working. You gonna do this shit. He was like, now imagine, he's like, yo, they giving away $1,000 prize. You 14 years old. You win this rap battle. Imagine how you gonna feel with this $1,000 in your pocket. So, it's me. They got a couple new artists up there. I'm like, I ain't ready for it. He like, nigga, fuck that. You better get ready, nigga. So I'm like, all right. They signed me up. I get up there, I actually win the fucking battle.
Really?
Get the $1,000, get to take a picture with Jam Master Jay, everything. So I'm blown away. And he like, nigga, I told you, nigga, what I told you. So, it's like, I'm telling you, I grew up with the best OGs ever, man.
Sure. What about Biggs?
Biggs, he took my bitch. I own him.
Yeah.
He better give me a lot of Rock 96 jackets.
Yeah. They looking good. That clothing line is dope. I like it.
Yeah, it's really dope. I love it. He putting that together. Like I said, I love Biggs, man. Biggs gave me a Range Rover.
Yeah. Really? How'd that happen?
He had the champagne range. I had the gray one, and he wanted to trade.
Yeah?
He was like, yo, let's trade. I'm like, trade cars? He like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Word.
What about Dame?
Dame too, man. I got love for the whole Rock team. Like I said, Dame saved my life, man. I could have been in a bad deal, bad situation, and he didn't have to help me, man. You know what I'm saying? And he did. Like, so he gave us all jewels. And I could say one thing: Dame fought for his peoples, man. He was one of our top fighters, man. He was our Mike Tyson for us.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Beha.
AKA my man Shoes.
Yeah.
B-High is like I say, like Tata with the tough love. B-High love B. Without B-High, I probably wouldn't be the man I am today. You see what you said to me downstairs? Yo, y'all early.
Yeah.
I thought y'all was going to be late.
Yeah.
That's because of B-High. With B-High, if you ain't 10 minutes early, you already late. You feel me?
That's something that I still have to learn to this day. And
Like,
somebody used to tell me that all the time. You're right. If you're not 10 minutes early, you're late.
You're already late. And that's how he was. I seen B-High leave niggas at the Waffle House because it's like, nigga, we ain't waiting on you. You not going to make us late with your waffle.
Lenny S.
Lenny S. Lenny Dress. My guy, a.k.a. Super Fresh, Super Chef. That a lot of people don't know that Lenny got that chef hand.
Really?
Lenny, that Chef Gordon.
Chef
on us.
Lenny with the pot?
Chef Lenny with the pot. Lenny is my guy. I feel like when Rockefeller was at a time when Beanie Siegel came and got down, they didn't give a fuck about Memphis Bleek no more. Everything was Beanie Siegel and the Philly niggas and all that. And Lenny really took in with me and locked in, and we rented out Brielle Studio, and he helped mold the Coming to Age album.
And he's another loyal dude. He's been around a long time with them.
I seen Lenny come from taking pictures to A&R to managing to doing everything he doing now. Like, it's crazy.
But is that part of the sauce that is the glue of Rockefeller or Rock Nation, meaning like somebody who knows how to do multiple things? Like, you didn't just do one thing. You did come in and get your hands dirty, so to speak?
You learn on the fly.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like next man up. We learn. It's like we ain't out there. We ain't have applications or, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't no place to go fill out a job for Rockefeller. Sure. So it was like, he down, next man up.
Sure. You just put the what do you say? You put the application underneath.
That's right.
Food and Beverage Commission.
That's right.
Don't worry about it.
Yep. But yeah, Lenny, that's family, man. I love him, man. That's my guy. Everybody, I got to say, everybody from the Rockefeller era, I got love for, man. I ain't got no bad blood against nobody. And that goes for Cam.
Oh, wait, we ain't done yet. This is a letter of love right here. This is just giving the love. Because sometimes people don't get a chance to hear it, so now they're going to hear the whole thing. And we don't even have to save this for last. We put it right in the middle. Jay-Z.
Come on, man. Jay is like, I give my life for that man. Like, straight up. And he know that. Like, if it was that choice to make, like, you got to lay down for that, I would. Because he changed. And I know if I go, my family's straight. And he already made sure that's possible. Yeah. By even giving me the opportunity. That man gave me literally a blank check. Yeah. When he didn't have to.
Yeah. You speak about, and it's real, man. And that's real. Like, and I'm looking at it not from just Jay-Z, Memphis Bleek. I'm looking at it of what was able to be done. And I love that. Just being somebody from growing up, and being a knucklehead and seeing somebody be able to do that shit inspires me. That shit makes me happy. But even like I remember you saying before that when, he said that with the Diamonds remix, you were like, yo, that was a great shout out, but people think you good. Yo,
and
you were
and it hurt. It hurt me in my career. That's part of the reason why I had to take the back burner. Because a lot of people, they assume, yo, you good. You don't need this shit no more, Bleek.
Would you say you I forgot, I heard, maybe it was the Breakfast Club, but I think you said that you called up a DJ like, yo, I need you to spin this record. And they're like, yo, you good.
You don't need this? What? And I'm looking at that nigga like, are you kidding me? I wouldn't be in the studio if I ain't need this.
But the world we live in thinks too crazy. Meaning there's people like I know a friend of, we're talking about somebody, one of our other friends, and they're like, oh, he's good. He makes $100,000 a year. What's $100,000 a year?
Why he don't want 500?
Exactly. Like people, but you ever heard somebody think like that? Like, oh, they're good. They got money, or they good. He got a good job, or they good. Like
I call them.
There's never good enough.
Yeah, it's never's enough. And that's even with Jay. They even touch back on him. To be so far up, you would swear this man lived on vacation. Literally, Jay doesn't take vacations. Even on vacation, Jay is working. That man works and takes more meetings in one day than some people take in a lifetime. And I see it with my own eyes. That man in the office, top of the morning, he in there before everybody else. And out.
S. Carter's on? I'm playing.
You confused me for a minute. S. Carter's on.
I'm playing. Let's move on over to Young Guru. I mean, we spoke about some of these people, but I'm talking about this is the love part, or how you straight up how you feel right off the
Young
the
Guru
dome.
is my brother, man. Young Guru is my brother. He been with me from the rise of my. Cause think when Young Guru came around, I was recording the Understanding album. That's my most popular album. So I was at the height of my career. Then Young Guru recorded 534, which is my last album I recorded, which was at the low point of my career. So he been there from the rise, from both sides.
Sure.
And he never changed. That's my brother. He always gave me the jewels I always needed, helped me. Nigga, mix a record for Cass, Manolo, anybody, or myself when
Still
I needed
to this day.
To this day. And wouldn't look at me no other way like, yo, Bleek, you got to pay me for this. We got to do this. It's just all love there. And Guru owed me some pictures. I've been calling him for the last 5 days, and every day he told me, yo, I got you, Blizzu.
Yeah.
But I need my
stop fucking
picture.
around, Guru. Kanye. We spoke about how crazy he is, but
Kanye a cool dude too, man. I got love for Ye too. Ye is just one of those guys. You just happy to see what happened for him. You know what I mean? It's he been through so much in his life, and you just happy that everything just turned out well for him.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Some shit goes to public, especially like that shit where they were talking about he hasn't texted him or Jay hasn't called him or whatever. You remember that shit he was
don't
complaining
text
about?
and call me neither. I see a lot of things niggas get mad about. I need to be mad.
Yeah.
I need to fucking flip. Let's flip. Niggas don't text or call me, right?
So you're saying you have to call?
Yeah,
the reason why I say that for
checking for Bleek.
No, but what I'm saying is the follow up is everything. Meaning sometimes people text somebody and be like, yo, this motherfucker didn't get back to me. Are you, it's always sometimes waiting or the follow up. Sometimes yo, everything cool? You good? Because you never know. Sometimes somebody might have been busy or they got mad text that day.
That's what I was about to say. You never know how much a person's phone going off. And then sometimes a person like me, if my phone ringing a little bit too much and then your message come through, you might be in the deleted section where I just deleted the last 3 messages that came through. Man, fuck this phone. So what, you just gonna be mad?
Could
follow
happen.
up. You
Could
gotta
happen.
follow up. The number one thing in this game is persistence, man.
Yeah, just being persistent. What they say, the wheel gets the squeaky. I forgot the lingo for that, but the oil or something gets or maybe the early bird gets the worm. We'll go with that.
That's right. Sometimes the early bird gets shot though.
Yeah, could be possible. Cameron,
cool dude, man. I think a lot of with the beef and everything with Rockefeller, a lot of things was misguided. But at the end of the day, Cam is a real cool dude. He ain't never had no problems with me personally on a personal level. And he's a hell of an artist. You know what I mean? Do his thing.
What about Jim? Jim Jones?
Same thing, man. Jim, shit, man. I lost a lot of money gambling the gym in the studio.
CeeLo?
Him and Zeke. Yeah, man.
4, 5, 6. Backdoor
on,
little
man.
Joe?
Yeah. That nigga Jim is a cool dude too, man. The whole Dipset, they all was cool dudes. I don't know where, like I said, I don't know where it went wrong. It could be friendly competition, Harlem, Brooklyn. But at the end of the day, it was never nothing personal. Nobody dog got shot, cat got slapped, nobody wife got fucked, nobody kid got punched in the head. You know what I'm saying? So it was never nothing personal. It was just words. That's why we all grown and could put that to bed. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, yo, fuck them niggas.
Nah, that's a beautiful thing. You seen Jim's interview with Funk Flex? Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, people look at a grown man crying, trying to make fun of that shit. That shit was real, man, the way he was speaking, man.
And sometimes, man, when you talk it from the heart, that the emotions, you wear them. And only a person who really, really, really deeply care about you will show them type of emotions towards you. So,
yeah. Well, thank God that don't have to be you. You know.
Oh no, I'm not crying for nobody.
No, I don't mean that. I'm saying, hey, listen, you could easily be, you know, like you got a good cast around you, man.
Yeah,
people who really, you know, like you don't have to go through that fuck shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely not. And that's one thing I love about the big homie. Like, no matter how far up he get, he's always centered and always down to earth. That nigga still get on the phone like, you bitch ass nigga, what you doing?
Yeah.
Like, who this?
Yeah. New number, who this? What about Freeway?
Freeway is my motherfucking guy, nigga. Like, out of everybody from Rockefeller, I could say that's who I got the closest relationship with to this day. And then it didn't start that way. Me and Free was always cool from a distance, then it just grew. Once Rockefeller split, we stayed in contact out of everybody the most. I talk to Free every day when he got married, when he going through his kidney dialysis, you know what I'm saying? And like, I always speak to Free. We always touch your base. He just got his label situation, you know, and that's my motherfucking guy right there.
Yeah.
Word.
Beanie Siegel.
Same thing. I just spoke to Beans probably like a week ago. That's my brother too, you know. Like I said, man, who knows where we got lost, sidetracked, or whatever. But what I could say to Beans is, like, and everybody, man, I tried to tell people, man, before this Rockefeller shit went down, like, I had a conversation with Beans, Free, PD Crack, and I just tried to tell niggas, like, Jay is always going to be who he is, like, you know, because it was at the time when people was mad that Hov wouldn't do this record, Hov wouldn't do this video, he wouldn't do this, and it's like, my G, he not on my album. He not in my video. I'm not on his album. Like, what makes anybody in this room more his man than me? And it's like, nobody wanted to understand that at that time, and they was probably looking at it like I was being cocky or something, but
sure.
I was just being a realist. Like, he not doing records with me. I'm not on them albums no more. He ain't in my videos. Do that mean he not my man? So if I still love him and fucking with the movement, why can't nobody else accept it and move on? And that was a big thing between us, not them. It was between us, like me, Beans, Free, and like I said, PD Crack. And PD Crack, I seen him probably like 3-4 months ago.
Really?
And he told me, he said, yo, Bleek, on some real shit, man, like, you was right. Like, niggas should have just listened, man. Word, like, and it
and not take it so personal.
Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong, I used to take it personal too. Like, damn, Hov, you from my building, nigga, give me that verse. And Hov used to really keep it real with me, like, yo, Bleek, niggas know we cool. Niggas know we down. We did an album together. How much more down can we be? You gotta get out there and do your thing now. Because if he do a record with us, that's just using the cheat code.
Sure.
And then when the cheat code is off, what?
Sure.
You don't want to play the game no more?
And you don't want to be, you don't want your foundation built from that.
Definitely not.
And look, you surpassed it all. Beyonce.
Beyonce, one of the realest women, females I ever met in the game. I can honestly say, like, you know, from afar, people probably look at Beyonce like she prissy. You know, she the queen. She probably don't want all that shit around. Niggas talking shit. You kidding, man? She more hood than everybody in this room. Like, B keep it 100% real with you. Like, and I love her for that. Yeah. Word, she's the realest. Like, I was there for the pursuit of happiness with my man Hov. Yeah, I seen that pursuit. It was a hard pursuit. Yeah.
Yo, you know what's so funny? In Jersey, I didn't even know you got married. You got married close to where even I live.
Yeah, in the Marion.
In the Marion, yeah.
Yeah. Expensive ass Marion, right?
That shit is beautiful over there.
I love it, yeah. It was
Hov came too?
Definitely.
Beyonce came too?
Nah, she ain't come. They had a rumor that said that she started a fight at my wedding, so he could
Get
leave
the fuck out of here.
She ain't come, though.
Yo, that place over there, it must have been odd turn when you had that many people in there. You know?
Oh yeah, it was lit, and my wife wasn't playing. She closed the doors on a couple people.
Yeah.
It was late. You missed the whole ceremony.
Sauce Money.
Sauce motherfucker. It's my nigga right there, Sauce from the hood. I remember one day seeing Sauce in the back park in Marcy. I'm with my little homies, and I thought I was nicer than Sauce. Like, nigga, you ain't ready. I'll burn you now. What? Let's get it. So he was like, you think you ready, Bleek? You like, you want to battle me? I'm like, yeah, nigga, let's get it. Sauce chewed me. In front of all my people.
He is nasty, man.
That's what one of the first time when he wrote the rhyme, niggas must be pussy the way they duck sauce. Yeah. Like niggas must be Chinese the way they duck sauce. I nigga said that to me. I'm like, it's over. You got it, man. It's over.
Oh man. Listen, what about Sparks, man?
Who? Okino Sparks? Yeah. Yo, Sparks got a clothing line out right now, man. Being creative kept me alive, man.
You know, I think I seen that.
That's right.
Really?
That's right. I fucks with Sparks. Sparks always been a real loyal dude, man. I look at Sparks as like, he's a loyal soldier in state property. He's never gonna change, and he just always been a good dude. Lil Sparks, Lil Joey Zuzu.
And Emil,
man. God damn.
No, she was one of the body snatchers. They took her. See you later, you know.
But Emil was cool. Emil was cool with me. Like, you know, I ain't really never had no tight relationship. Well, we never kicked it or nothing like that. But I know she was cool whenever I saw her. Like, her son was the coolest, like, ever. Like, when the whole thing went down, that's who I felt bad for. Like, damn, you know, Shorty could have had the opportunity to change his life or the perspective of everything. Like, people don't understand like how big this opportunity is, and you take it for granted because at the end of the day, it's just words on a paper sang to a beat. So you never know the impact, the inspiration, or who it affected in the world. And I don't think a lot of artists take that for granted, because I think you look at it like, if I don't have 1 million listeners, then I'm not doing my job. Sure. But that one person who heard it, you made it just changed his whole day, his whole perspective on life. So that's why when you hear me or when you hear Hov say, I don't care if 1 or 1,000, we really mean that shit, because coming up in the project shit, to get my brother to listen to my raps was something. Yeah.
Which hat you like better, man? Being a CEO of a label or a rapper?
I like the rapper hat a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to be all the way honest, because I was my own problem. Say that. Like, I knew what I wanted, and I gave the right people I wanted to give a problem. Like, if I wanted to be, like, say, like, if your job was be the video director or something like that, and I want to just bust your balls today, then fuck it, I'm going to come act like an asshole today because I don't really fuck with you. I don't know why they hired him. So I knew when to control that. Being from the CEO perspective, I think it's just a lot of bullshit from all angles, and I wasn't quite ready for it. Like, you know, like, Cass is a street dude. Manolo is a street dude. They managers are street dudes. They teams are street dudes. So certain shit, you know, I only knew from coming from one angle, from me. I never knew somebody saying what I used to say to me. Like, so it took me back for a minute, like, whoa. But then now, it's been about 9 months since we had the deal, I'm getting a little more settled into it. And like I say, man, it ain't easy.
But you're a street dude too. And the gems that you drop upon them because of your experience over the years, do you think they take that? Like, is that something to?
Sometimes,
is it hard to get
sometimes across? I think they don't take it. Like, they look at it as if I probably don't know what I'm talking about. Which
if
is
you're
cool.
A retired rapper,
yeah. Like, yo, Bleek, you had your shot, man. It's our turn. Let us do our thing. Just put that money up, nigga. We good. It's
Give me that radio money.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they care about. Is put the record out, put the check behind it, nigga. Let's go. They don't see all the other politics and the fighting for them that I have to do behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really a lot of fighting. All that shit Dame used to be saying, yo, I'm fighting for you in the office. I used to be sitting there like, yeah, what the fuck ever. He ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Me in the crib riding around in a Bentley. You chilling. But nah, you really, really, really fighting, man. Because these people in the office, they don't believe. And you got to convince them. You got to convince them. Why should we invest this money in that?
Sure. You know, at the peak of your career, you know, did you make any mistakes that you would do over again?
Nah, because the mistakes I made me who I am today. So I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change nothing. Not one damn thing. It's nothing I would go back and say, yo, I would do this over. Because like I said, life is about choices. That choice might have sent me on a different path that wouldn't have me here today.
Mom obviously heard you rapping. You know, when did mom believe in you? When did mom say like, okay, this is serious?
When Jay album came out. Because at first I used to get put on punishment for even hanging with them.
Really?
Hell yeah. Hov and them was the dope boys.
Yeah.
Like my mom's, you hanging with the dope boys. Who the fuck you think you are? You
No,
better
you
get your
staying
ass
home,
in this crib,
yeah.
nigga. So I used to sneak and go on the road with them. Not even tell my peoples. Just be gone for 2-3 days at a time and just pop up back home, dealing with punishment. Because I was the type of nigga like, fuck, it's gonna hurt today. It's gonna hurt a week from today too. I'm out.
You had to risk your life to change your life.
Definitely that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta remember, Hov wasn't always looked at the neighborhood nice guy.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you know how they try to, say that he lost all those bricks and then, people try.
No, he really did. I remember I had to ask him, like, he said, yeah, Bleek, I really lost 99.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there. 99?
99, 100 bricks. Lost 200, I had to get back. I
remember
credit, boy, more credit.
Remember when Tax did that video with him? Did he know he was taping him?
Yeah. Hov
Okay.
loved that shit.
Yeah,
like,
that shit was
Hov
so
love
funny.
it from niggas like Tax, the
Yeah.
new young innovative,
Sure.
the new guys. Let me pull out a camera. Hov!
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you
Niggas
doing?
breaking that camera.
You introduced Tax to Jay-Z?
Definitely.
How'd that happen?
Just Hov heard the podcast I did with him, and he really liked the Tax perspective on things. So he wanted to meet with him and sit with him and just bring him on board with the Dusse and everything. But I think from the perspective of Tax Stone, a lot of things happened in his life so fast. And like I said, man, this industry, man, shit is a drug, my G. It'll have you so high in speed and you don't know you speeding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when you buy a new big boy car. You get that V12 in that hood, 80 don't feel like 80 in that Honda.
Yeah.
80 feel like 40 in that Honda.
Yeah.
So you don't know you speeding.
Yeah, listen, we send our blessings and our prayers to Tax.
Definitely.
I wish you could send him a couple of bottles of Dusse.
I know, man. I know he need that right now. I wish, man. Don't worry. Somebody gonna meet a CO somewhere.
Yeah. Now, listen, with the label, right? Warehouse Music Group, right?
Yeah.
What's to come for the rest of the year?
Ah, man, new music, more heat. We just dropped a new single from Casanova called The Old 50. We just went down to Vegas, shot the video. Shout out my man Jay-Z Roc and everybody that participated. Shout out Soul Food Cafe restaurant out there in Vegas. And Manolo Rose, we working on a mixtape. Next single is Pink Fur. And we just working, man, putting out records. Like, we don't want to stop. I don't want to put like I said, everything in life has a ceiling. I'm not giving us a ceiling, so I'm not going to say this is what we doing. We doing whatever comes to us. Like I said, we got deals we working on with Fox, with Empire, and Star for next season. Getting music up there. Manolo wrote, like I said, working on another project. Cass working on his project. Cass just did a record with Chris Brown, too. Oh my God, that boy ready.
Chris Brown likes him, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. That's ill, man.
You could tell. Like, I don't even know. Like, I could just tell.
And I'm trying to tell him, you better. That's a good relationship. Because if I was cool with an R&B nigga, I don't think Drake. I'd be giving him a run for his money. Because I'm gonna just call my R&B nigga and tell him be Usher for me, and I be Hov.
Sure.
Drake is both.
Yeah.
Like, I think it could put on his Usher costume, then his rapper costume. Like, nigga, you cheating. So today you really need an R&B partner. It's like he got a KD this shit.
Sure. and Chris Brown can make hits after hits after hits. That kid is one talented motherfucker, man.
Anything that nigga touch on just go through the roof, man.
Yeah. Like, he had his demons that he's fought, but that never took away from his talent, man.
And you got to look at that, man. That man was a kid when he came in the game. So why wouldn't he have any demons to fight?
Yeah.
Everybody had demons to fight. I hate people that judge people like they never been through something similar or the same thing, if that's the case. Like, you just had the scot clean free life. Shit, even Obama smoked bud. Let's get it.
Really?
You ain't see the picture?
Okay. Well, I seen the Cuban. And maybe I thought he broke it up afterwards, in one of the black plastic bags.
Everybody shit. Malcolm X went to prison.
Yeah, shit.
Everybody got a blemish on their record somewhere, man. Somewhere. Nobody just got the squeaky clean.
Listen, no, Derek Jeter. I'm gonna tell you why. Derek Jeter, the only thing, he never, all these years being a New York Yankee, right?
He never got in trouble.
He never got in trouble. The only thing that came out was those girls that he was signing baseballs before he left. But hey, listen, if you coming over for some...
All blemishes ain't bad blemishes. He got a good blemish. He was fucking everything out here.
Yes,
Niggas can't wife nothing in New York. Why? Because Derek Jeter hit it.
Yeah.
So he got a blemish.
He really put a meaning. He really put a meaning to on deck.
That's right.
Because that motherfucker was in the batting zone. You know what I mean?
He was knocking shit down.
You know, as we wind this episode down, man, I really like. It's so much shit, man. Your career, like your journey, like everything. Like, it's crazy to just do. You know, it really is. Yo, I actually, before we even get to this, you tell so many stories. And I know it's hard for you probably to remember. I would always ask for like a story that you never told before. I'm not Nori, but you told it. But you
Nori know how to get them out, man.
You think about a story as I go over a couple other things. But Memphis Bleek. No, I never even asked you. How did you even come up with Memphis Bleek?
Memphis came from Tennessee.
Mm. No, but I'm saying why?
Because like Jay told me I couldn't drop an album just with Bleek. He's like, yo, nobody ain't buying the album just Bleek. Yo, just Bleek. You just go drop an album, new music by Bleek. He's like, yo, nobody gonna buy that. So you need a name, like you need to think of a rap name. So we was in Tennessee, and of course, this is before Beyonce, before my wife, and we had the super thought. This is before groupies, before thoughts, everything. This is when they just let it all. This was just let it out. And we had some chicks who was letting loose, getting bucky. This is when Irv Gotti was JDJ. This is how far back we're going.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the girl was, she just, when we walked in the lobby of the hotel, she was like, yo, I just want to welcome y'all to Making Easy Money, Pimpin' Hoes in Style, Tennessee. So I'm like, whoa, what you just said, shorty? She was like, yeah, that's how it's the abbreviation for Memphis, Making Easy Money, Pimpin' Hoes in Style. So, me, 15 years old, nigga, that's me. I want to make easy money. I had a cousin who was pimping hoes, so I did a little bit of pimping, and I definitely got some style. That's all the way me. So I'm telling Jay, yeah, Memphis Bleek. He laughed like, the fuck out of here. You gonna be Memphis Bleek? You ain't even from Memphis. You from Brooklyn. I'm like, that's why it's gonna work. Trust me. So then we went with it, and here we go.
Did he ever say, hey, you were right on that one?
Yeah. And then I think probably like a year ago, he was telling me like, yo, if you gonna make a comeback, I think you should drop the Memphis now. Oh, now I could just be Bleek, huh?
I tell you, man, that shit is classic. Another thing I got to tell the internet. So when years ago, Combat Jack Show, when we did the Combat Jack Show together, all of us, and Combat was like, yo, tell him about the Garnier Fructis story. Yo, the crazy thing is you did the Garnier Fructis shampoo, right?
That's right.
So I knew about that, and I was like, yo, and it's funny because like you didn't even have hair, you say.
That's why I did it.
But the check was big.
The check was big. Shout out Lenny S.
Yeah.
He walked me down that plank. It's cool. I jumped off by myself.
There you go. Listen, internets who don't know.
And you know what's crazy is, look, we did that almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That was almost 10 years ago. You got Lil Yachty and Sprite,
sure, Target. Yeah.
Nobody says anything today. Like, to get branding deals today is like the thing to do.
Exactly.
Back then it was like, yo, you sold out. Yeah, I knew I had to get a bag. You got to get a bag. The name of the game is get a bag, not keep the underground happy.
Listen, Lenny S was a visionary back then.
Yes.
But I wanted to say, like, with the Garnier Fructis, for people who know, for me, so I told you before, I was messing with this girl from Long Island.
Yeah.
I got to tell it again. I was messing with this girl from Long Island. She was on her period, and I was horny as a motherfucker. So I went in the shower, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take care of myself real quick." This girl decided in the middle of me taking care of myself to barge in the fucking bathroom. So I was ready to fucking come. So she had no top on her Garnier Fructis bottle. So I just skied it in the Garnier Fructis bottle. Homegirl says, listen, let's take a shower together, And I'm like, yeah, but you are your period. She's like, don't worry, I just want to take a shower. As we're taking a shower, she turns around to me and she says, hey, could you put the shampoo in my hair? Yo, I poured that over feeling like I was sinning on her. Like, I was like, damn, I'm not doing a nice thing, but here you go. Here goes the Garnier Fructis.
It's cool. So, she washing it out.
Yeah, hey, listen, I heard it's healthy. It does a hair good.
Yo, that's a crazy, crazy, crazy story.
No, because, but it's funny. So when I told you this years ago because of you to Garnier Fructis when I seen that shit. So
yeah, man, I had to get that bag. You already know, man.
What's up with do-rags, man? You're not wearing no more?
No, I gave it up. I never had
waves. You were like, I would say probably one of the kings of do-rag, man.
Definitely.
You had every type of do-rag.
Flavor, every type. I had leather one, everything.
In hip-hop, who else would you say has crowns for do-rags?
Shit.
Jadakiss?
R. Kelly was giving me a run for my money.
R. Kelly. What about B-Dot? You know B-Dot from?
B-Dot. I ain't know B-Dot back then, though.
Okay.
But I know B-Dot now. He was giving me, I don't know, but 50 was on shit. And
Yo, Complex somebody should make a list of like the top do-rag, like who wore better, or
man, I got too many classic pictures. If we go on Lenny Vote, niggas ain't gonna be able to fuck with Bleek with the do-rags. I had every color, two-tone. I matched every sneaker, every outfit. My shits was on fire. But then it just, you outgrew it. Like it even outgrew wearing my hat to the back. Like, I wear my hat forward now. I never used to wear my hat forward. I used to think I looked crazy.
Yeah. Answer this question in the sense of the hood did what for you? The hood did what?
Everything. Taught me how to deal with society, how to face problems, how to solve problems. You know what I mean? How to turn something from nothing, how to survive. It taught me everything I know, man. Without the hood, shit, your morals and principles change. Like, you got to remember, you got everything you deal with. And I say this from a projects perspective. Like, you dealing with so many different personalities in the projects that it basically prepare you for the world. Yeah. So when you see somebody walking down the street and they crazy, you like, nigga, the nigga in my building was crazy too. Yeah. Or like when you go out to the club, you see you see some gay men. You like, shit, nigga, I went to school with gay kids. Sure. Like, so none of that shit affect you when you from that environment, because that was all in your face. You was raised with it. So we don't judge anything. Like, we accept it.
I say that to say this. Our kids aren't going to grow up in the hood.
Oh, nah. And that's why I told my son he can't be a rapper. Because it's like, what you going to rap about? Kids don't want to hear, my pops bought everything for me. Anything I needed, my mom's got it. Like, nobody want to hear that.
I'm in private school. I seen a lawnmower go by.
Yeah. I just bought a new car. I'm 10.
Yeah.
Nobody want to hear that.
Now, listen, we're winding down the episode. Have you thought of any story, anything? It don't have to be anything, have you thought of any story on the road or anything that maybe you haven't heard before? Because you know what? Let me tell you something. Shouts to you, and I must say this, just for my love and appreciation for hip-hop. Shouts to you on Drink Champ. Shouts to Nori. Shouts to DJ F.
Shout Nori, definitely.
For putting that Fat Joe into the stratosphere. For putting that shit and making that shit happen. Because let me tell you something, man. All the way up with Jay on it was so breathed a lot of air back into New York City.
Definitely,
man. That shit was dope.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. When Fat Joe called me and I'm speaking to him on the phone and he brought that up, I honestly was saying to myself, man, ain't no fucking way Hov is gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna get Jay on the phone and he's gonna literally be like, Bleek, are you fucking kidding me? And then when he was like, yeah, I do it. Send me Joe's number and send him my number. So I'm looking at my phone like, did I call the right Jay? Like, because when you hang with Spanish niggas, everybody name is Jay. Yeah, sure. So I had to look at my phone and make sure I called the right Jay.
Janito.
Because everybody in my crew is Jay. We got Warehouse Jay, Orlando Jay. Man, it's all type of Jays over here, man. But as far as like stories, man, I got so many. It depends on what type of story you want to hear. I don't know, maybe throw out a topic, and I'm telling you, I got a story for it. What? Okay. On the road. Wild bitches, wild. But that's what I mean. What kind of on the road? Sure. Violence on the road, or bitches on the road, or
violence?
All right, let's get into some violence on the road. So listen, we pull up. We in Houston. We with this chick, shout out, no name. It's my people's, been my people's for years. And she told us, we are going to next. We got a show in Dallas. She like, yo, anything, be careful in Dallas, because them niggas love to fight. So me, all right, cool, we ain't start no trouble, and we with that fight and shit. Sure. It's all good. So, we do the show. Niggas get some girls, bring them back to the room. It's
Who's
me, my
DJ.
You? It's me, Don DeMarco, my man Murder, my man B.I., the Young Guns was on tour because we was on a promo tour for 534 and they album. Damn, I forgot the name of the shit. But anyway, we on promo tour. We in Dallas. So I got to do BET the next day. So I got an early morning flight, and I tells my DJ, yo, my nigga, you get a girl, go in the room, don't be outside bugging. Because, it's a lot of hoes out here. If y'all fuck with some hoes, y'all better pay them bitches, because they gonna call they pimps and it's gonna go down.
True.
Whatever. Cool. They ain't listen to me. So they got some hoes, and they felt like, yo, we ain't gonna pay these bitches. Right? So the hoes called they pimps. So, I'm in the room. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I had a window. The way the hotel was set up, the way my window was, you could see straight to the lobby. Like it was an indoor pool, and I had the window over the pool, but you could see straight through the glass to the lobby. So all I see in the lobby is flower pots, chairs, pictures, everything just being tossed around like a movie set. Like, what the fuck going on down there? So I'm telling the chick I'm with, I'm like, damn, whoever fighting down there, they getting their ass whipped because it look like it's going down. So I'm like, it ain't none of my niggas, everybody in the room. I checked on everybody, told nobody leave the room, we good. Knock on my door 5 minutes later. So you know me, I open the door, first thing I hear, yo, they got me, my G. Yo, yo, not to laugh, but I literally, like, who? He like, yo, the pimps. Now my man bloody as shit. So you know me, you ain't bleeding in my motherfucking room. You better go to your room. Yeah, sure. Because I told you, don't go outside. So then we get to cleaning them up, blood and all that. And I'm like, yo, what happened? He like, nah, the bitches wanted some money. You know, I told them I was going to holler at them later. They called they pimps. They chased us on the bus. And they busted my man up, my DJ. And mind you, I had to do Rap City the next day. So my man had on the big tone Loke shades on Rap City. Couldn't even show his face, nothing. And it was just all bad. It was just like, damn. And it was like, they got my man. And that's crazy to get fucked up. And the first thing you say is, yo, they got me, my G. Like, who, motherfucker?
Yo, tour life had to be crazy, man.
Man, you kidding me? We had bus fires. We had tour bus accidents. We had girl fights. We had girls steal like shit, man. Girls stole. Shout out my man Young Gunner, man. A girl stole Young Gunner earring. Like, you know how you got the earring in your ear? I guess he was hitting it and she sucking on his ear. She swallowed the earring. So, you know, we like, bitch, you ain't leaving. You staying in this bathroom till you shit that shit out. We locked her in the bathroom. We on like the 4th floor of the Marriott, somewhere we was at. Locked in the bathroom. No shorty jumped out the window.
Do you care?
Dead serious.
She alright?
I don't know. We never seen the bitch again. She jetted, man. What you mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I'm telling you, we been through it all, man, on the road.
That's that. Yo, listen, that's tour life got to be crazy, man.
I love it.
Tour life got to be crazy. But listen, on Instagram, what is it? CEO Memphis Bleek?
That's right.
On Twitter?
That's right. Memphis Bleek. It's just Memphis Bleek.
Straight up.
I couldn't get Memphis Bleek on IG because some fake diesel nigga got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just go to Memphis Bleek, got mad pictures.
Some
like
oatmeal.
Yeah.
I need pumpernickel bagel eating,
dude. They need to get him out of here. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, why I can't get Duke out of here?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, listen, Bleek, man, I appreciate you coming through.
More my G anytime.
Yeah, listen, Brooklyn's definitely in the house. You know, I want people to check for Warehouse Music. Now, you said obviously there's some things coming up, but are there any events you guys are throwing or anything that like people?
Shit, I don't know when this episode you're gonna air it, but I know Cass is doing the Vibe Fresh Pack tour this weekend.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At Gramercy Theater. I'm doing Summer Jam on Sunday.
Yep.
Manolo, he just out here doing a bunch of festivals and just running around.
Yo, you gotta get some money from STK, man. You know.
I know, right? They need to cut that check.
STK over Ruth Chris. I tell you, I put up a couple of pictures from STK and told them it was over Ruth Chris. Even though I fuck with Ruth Chris.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie. I told Manolo that's like a highly debated song, but because you made the record and you down with me, I'ma agree with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yo, do you plan on doing anything else, like any like property entrepreneur shit or like anything else? Like
who, me?
Yeah,
of course, man. You kidding me? I'm about to do it all, man. Like I told you, I'm going out west. So my whole thing to going out west is starting like a tile and marble and granite company with my partner. Doing like a lot of the hotels and restaurant businesses out there. Like I'm trying to change it up.
Marble Bleek.
Do something different. Call me Tile and Marble Bleek. Granite Bleek, you heard?
Granite Bleek. Listen, internets, listen, Memphis Bleek, man. Too many fucking stories, man. I probably missed a couple of things, but we gained a couple of things.
That's right, man. Definitely.
And I definitely, like I said, I appreciate you coming through, but more importantly, I appreciate the contributions, man. And for always keeping it real, because that's inspiring to other people.
Definitely,
you know what I mean?
Man. Ain't no future in fronting. That's what they used to say when I was coming up in the old school records. Ain't no future in fronting. Ain't no half-stepping.
Ain't no half-stepping. Listen, shouts to Big Daddy Kane, man.
That's right, man.
Shit. Brooklyn, internets. See you next episode. Cheer.